We are live on the historic Bagnell Dam Strip from Stewart's on the Strip for the annual Lake of the Ozarks St. Patrick's Day Parade, and we're about an hour away from the annual parade here in the Bagnell Dam Strip. Is absolutely filling up. I'm William Holtz, joined by the great Kevin Hilly. And Kev, today's parade right here on Lake TV is presented by our friends at DockWorks, making our live broadcast possible. And what an afternoon for a St. Patrick's Day parade.
We're an hour away from the parade, and the Bagnell Dam Strip is already an ocean of green. Love this. You gotta love this.
Yeah, as we got here a couple hours earlier, people were already out tailgating, and we like to call it the unofficial kickoff to the summer season at Lake of the Ozarks. And as I pulled in, I saw jump houses and food trucks, and it made me realize that this year's St. Patrick's Day parade will be the biggest ever. And last year they estimated between 30 and 50,000 people attended or made their way down to the parade. Of course, all organized by Benny Media and the presenting sponsor of today's parade, Macadoodles, of course, giving them some love. And we're real thankful because we're right here at Stewart's on the Strip. And today in our pre-parade show, we're going to have some special guests on. We're going to have Emily Hood with DockWorks talking about not only building the best dock at Lake of the Ozarks, but also their love for Lake of the Ozarks and community. We're also going to have Steve Beck, who's the owner and kind of behind the radar here at Stewart's. But everybody knows of Stewart's on the Strip, and so we're real excited to give you guys an introduction to the face behind Stewart's on the Strip.
This is such a great location we're at. And by the way, when you come by, if you see us, go in and get something to eat at Stewart's. I'm telling you, what a great menu they have as well.
Yeah, and of course, they're here till 2 o'clock. Every single day, breakfast and lunch, the lake's favorite breakfast and lunch, and an iconic, we're right underneath the iconic Stewart sign, and it really does set the tone for one of the greatest annual events here at Lake of the Ozarks, the St. Patty's Day Parade. And we've got a full slate for you, as we said, some interviews, some special guests, and about 1 o'clock, we're going to get kicked off, and we got to talk Grand Marshal, themes, and things that if you're not familiar with the Lake of the Ozarks around March, things you should get ready for. We're going to take our first break, and when we come back, we're going to be joined by Emily Hood with DockWorks. We've got that and a whole lot more right here on Lake TV. Nothing is more important for a boat than the dock it calls home. For the dock of your dreams that provides safety for your boat and comfort for you and your family, there's no choice better than DockWorks. With over 30 years of combined experience in dock construction and design, your DockWorks dock will be a custom fit to your needs and desires. New construction, additions, and repairs to buoys, swim stairs, and ramps, nobody knows how to build on this lake like DockWorks. DockWorks, because at the lake, your home doesn't stop at the shoreline.
Don't forget to tune in to this month's edition of the Monthly Market Update. I'm Jessica Bruce with the Bruce & Kelly Real Estate Team. This month, we're going to be touring an off-water home located down off Y Road in Lynn Creek, 61 Quiet Meadows. The home features 3 acres, outbuilding, your own personal boat slip, and so much more. I'll also be joined by Mark Cordula, Lake Ozark PD, where he's going to give us an inside look on what it's been like to star on the hit series Ozark Law here at Lake of the Ozarks. All that and more, don't forget to tune in.
We got another great cup of coffee for you this week. You sit down and talk with Osage Beach mayoral candidate Angie Schuster.
That and a Camden County commissioner under investigation for sexual misconduct.
You may have noticed big progress at the Lake Oasis Amusement Park.
That and the Lake Ozark Marine Dealers Association is looking for a new executive director.
Pretty good job there.
We got that and a whole lot more on this week's Cup of Coffee from Slumberland at the Lake.
Osage River Popcorn, your home at the lake for fresh, gourmet popcorn. But it doesn't stop at just what's in the name. Come see us on Bagnell Dam and Lake Ozark for Stom European chocolate, gelato, and so much more. We've even got a drive-thru with specialty coffee. And yes, our gourmet popcorn is still popped fresh daily. Come on by as a stranger and leave as a friend, with an armful of the sweetest treats at the lake. Osage River Popcorn and Lake Ozark. See you soon.
And we're back here on Lake TV. It's the annual Lake of the Ozarks St. Patrick's Day Parade presented by DockWorks. And as we are back at Stewart's on the Strip, we've got our good friend Emily Hood with DockWorks. And Emily, what a beautiful day for a parade.
Yes, it is gorgeous out. I'm so excited.
So I understand for you guys, DockWorks, you guys are in the business of not only building new docks for people at Lake of the Ozarks, but modifications. You guys have a precast company. So what is March like for the DockWorks crew?
It is definitely starting to amp up. So we just finished our Overland Park boat show and St. Charles boat show. Got a lot of good leads from that. I've actually already had some customers sign to get started. So if you are wanting to get your dock or your mod work done before season, now is the time.
Emily, Will alluded to, obviously we're here at the start of the season. What do you do during the off season? I'm sure you're busy still.
Yes, I'm still very busy. That is where we kind of start to play catch up on all of the work we got throughout the summer. And I mean, we're still building docks. We do not stop unless it is icing, really. So.
All right, so when you talk about the options to buy, build a dock, have some modifications, what would you say is the DockWorks difference?
We are completely custom. So if you have an idea, come to us with it. Like 9 times out of 10, we're not going to say no. Or maybe we can't do it exactly like that, but we've got a way. So.
Yeah, and you can see here in the broadcast some of your guys' work. Really, when you see a dock like this, you know that's got to be a DockWorks dock.
Yes.
And you'll get to see the newer builds you guys have done the last year or so in the upcoming dock series on Lake TV. But one thing that I always feel like DockWorks sets themselves apart with is your guys' love for Lake of the Ozarks community. Talk about how much this community means to you guys.
Yeah, so I actually am born and raised here. So I've recently moved back full time. But there's just so many great people, and you still have that small town feeling. So we love helping out. We love giving back to the community. We do so much throughout the years to do that.
Yeah, Kev, have you ever seen a dock that had an upper tier, a slide, a diving board?
I was going to say, I would imagine you get requests, or let me put it to you this way.
Yeah.
Have you ever gotten a request for something and you're like, that's going to be a tall order, but we'll see what we can do?
Oh, yeah, all the time. It's like at least probably once a month we're getting something like that.
Something odd or unusual.
Especially now since we have started the dock series and started doing these bigger docks, and it's getting out there in front of the eyes of people. They're like, oh, that's even possible? That's a thing? And we're like, yeah, for sure.
One of those things that, as somebody that comes to the lake or eventually retires and relocates full time, it's one of those things you don't really know you needed until you see it and you know it's possible.
And there's just nothing like it. Like, there's nothing else out there like Lake of the Ozarks.
Well, and docks aren't just functional. They're not just a place to keep your boat. They're fun.
Yeah, they are.
It's a fun spot.
So many times I talk to customers and they're like, that's where we live. Like, yeah, the house is great. We'll sleep there. But we are on the dock or on the boat. We're not in the house.
Right.
And I love that.
Yeah.
I was looking on Facebook over the last couple of days, and I know you guys are super involved with this shootout. You guys have been for years, and I know with the old owners, you guys were so involved, and when you guys bought DockWorks a handful of years ago, you guys kind of took that to the next level, and I just saw, did you guys take the title sponsorship for the Vivi Joe Barbie poker run in June?
Yes, we did.
How about that? Congratulations.
Yes, thank you. My daughter actually does cheer at the SMA, and so Ashley's daughter does as well, and so did Vivi. So that's kind of where I came across it, and it just touched my heart. I kind of looked into it, and I was like, that's just, there's no words for it, really.
Sure.
Nobody should ever have to go through anything like that. Like we were talking, there's nothing you can say or do to make it better, but at least being able to fund something like this for a local family to help find the research and make a change, because there are so many people affected by the DIPG.
And I want to get Kev down here for that event. It's Saturday, June 6th. There's 8 or 9 stops, and listen, their goal for this poker run was $50,000, and DockWorks says, hey, we're going to make a huge chunk into that up front, and so they're already well over halfway there.
Great.
It's going to be a great event. Now, I wanted to find out before we let you go, people out there are like, okay, I see some of those crazy docks you're flashing on screen.
Yeah, that's crazy. That is insane.
It can be overwhelming, but what is their first step? If they're seeing that and they want to get in touch with you guys, where would you tell them to go, or how would they do that?
Yeah, so we are on Facebook, Instagram, our website, or just give us a phone call. 573-964-1919. You can talk to me or Josh, and we'll definitely help you out on that.
Yeah, and don't wait. Like, if you envision getting your dock this summer, like, after this interview, Emily is running back to the
She's
shop.
working today.
Yes.
Yeah.
To get bids out. I mean, they don't stop. Hey, Emily, you Josh, David, everybody with your crew. We appreciate you guys.
Yes.
Thanks for partnering with us on today's parade. We know it's going to be a great day here at Lake of the Ozarks.
Happy early St. Patrick's Day.
Yes, you guys
You know, they
do.
say everybody is Irish on St. Patrick's Day. Are you Irish?
Oh, yeah.
There you go.
for sure.
And your parting gift.
There you go.
Yay.
Yes, we're going to give you our last. And I noticed we gave one of those to my daughter, and then I realized that was a shot glass. Like,
Yeah,
no.
yo, what are you doing, man?
Redact that. Well, hey, we're going to be right back on today's coverage of the Lake of the Ozarks St. Patrick's Day Parade on Lake TV presented by DockWorks. That's Emily Hood, builders of the best dock at Lake of the Ozarks, our friends at DockWorks. Emily, thank you so much.
Thank you, guys.
Thanks, Emily.
1.5 million people are affected by Crohn's disease and IBD in America, and you can make a difference in their lives at the 3rd annual Dace Jam on March 28th. Grab a couple friends and participate in the 3-on-3 basketball tournament at School of the Osage High School. Then head to Memory Lane Events in Eldon for a dinner and silent auction that evening. Purchase your tickets online for Dace Jam 2026.
Dealing with fatigue, sleepless nights, and chronic pain? Meet Dr. Beck with 40 years specializing in pain management, clinical nutrition, and board-certified in neuropathy. Boasting new techniques to the industry, including a rib adjustment only available at Beck Wellness. New specialty treatments for headaches, frozen shoulders, peripheral neuropathy, plantar fasciitis, and their brand new knee rehab. All while keeping nutrition top of mind. Call or go online today. Your healthier, happier life starts with Beck Wellness Center.
Hey, be sure to join us for this week's COMC Community Spotlight Show. COMC has something new. They're starting to do optometry now, right? That's eye care, and they're doing it on wheels. They're going into the community and moving around. And this lady, Dr. McCreary, is the one heading all that up. So we'll talk to her about all of that. So be sure to join us for this week's COMC Community Spotlight Show.
A family of 8 fell in love with the lake, and the rest is history. Lake Days Rentals brings one family's passion for fun, comfort, and open waves to you, offering your perfect vacation experience here on the Lake of the Ozarks. Pick your perfect getaway from our homes, condos, and docks for events, large groups, or just for 2. A wide variety of nightly rentals will spoil you for choice. And yes, you can bring your pets. Lake Days. Find your happy place.
What's happening at the lake? Social media is chaos. It's hard to tell what's real and what's fake. That's why we built the Lake Expo app. Real news, everything boating, events that matter. The lake is here. Download the Lake Expo app today. Life truly is all about memories, but more importantly, those we create those memories with. And at Hedges Scott Millard Funeral Homes, our staff focuses on the families we serve.
Maybe you wouldn't necessarily know where to start. Josh showed up from the beginning to the end. He did amazing. I would absolutely recommend him to everybody I know.
At Hedges Scott Millard, we understand it's the little things that make a big difference for the families we serve.
Nothing is more important for a boat than the dock it calls home. For the dock of your dreams that provides safety for your boat and comfort for you and your family, there's no choice better than DockWorks. With over 30 years of combined experience in dock construction and design, your DockWorks dock will be a custom fit to your needs and desires. New construction, additions, and repairs to buoys, swim stairs, and ramps, nobody knows how to build on this lake like DockWorks. DockWorks, because at the lake, your home doesn't stop at the shoreline.
Osage River Popcorn, your home at the lake for fresh, gourmet popcorn. But it doesn't stop at just what's in the name. Come see us on Bagnell Dam in Lake Ozark for Stom European chocolate, gelato, and so much more. We've even got a drive-thru with specialty coffee. And yes, our gourmet popcorn is still popped fresh daily. Come on by as a stranger and leave as a friend. With an armful of the sweetest treats at the lake. Osage River Popcorn in Lake Ozark. See you soon!
Don't forget to tune in to this month's edition of the Monthly Market Update. I'm Jessica Bruce with the Bruce and Kelly Real Estate Team. This month, we're going to be touring an off-water home located down off Y Road in Lynn Creek, 61 Quiet Meadows. The home features 3 acres, outbuilding, your own personal boat slip, and so much more. I'll also be joined by Mark Cordula, Lake Ozark PD, where he's going to give us an inside look on what it's been like to star on the hit series Ozark Law here at Lake of the Ozarks. All that and more, don't forget to tune in.
are back here on Lake TV, live from the historic Bagnell Dam Strip at Stewart's on the Strip. I'm William Holtz, joined by the great Kevin Hilly. And Kev, what a beautiful day for those just joining us. It is ideal weather for this.
We were just saying off the air, I mean, this is a perfect day for a parade. It really, I mean, it doesn't get any better than this.
Yeah, we're visited by our friend Emily Hood with DockWorks. Says, oh boy, the wind's picking up.
Yeah.
Papers are flying. We got all kinds of stuff going on here. Of course, Stewart's.
Kevin to
we
the
told
rescue.
you about them, but also want to give some love to our other sponsors today, making Lake TV's broadcast possible. Central Bank Lake of the Ozarks, Osage River Popcorn, Lake Days Rentals, Hedges Scott Millard Funeral Homes, Lindy Spring, Lake of the Ozarks, Beck Wellness Center, Thomas Construction, and of course Stewart's on the Strip. Now, Kev, as we look at today's parade, you know, Christmas, you know you're going to see Santa. Veterans Day, you're going to see some Purple Heart recipients and some heroes. But what are you looking forward to in today's parade?
I want to know, what is the over-under on how many leprechauns we'll see? I'm going to say 3 leprechauns. What do you think? I think the over is 3.
Okay, well, I think that's being very conservative. A parade of this magnitude, we better see in the ballpark of 30 to 40.
Oh, okay.
So, hey, I got to ask you.
Yeah.
I know I saw you on Facebook. For
Yes.
those of you not familiar, Kevin is with 101.9 The Wave, 94.3 Cat Country with Hilly and Hart. And I saw you do a pizza eating contest recently.
Yes.
Did you complete it or no?
I came so close. It was a 26-inch pizza. I thought, and you have to do it in 1 hour. That's the thing. 1 hour. You can take your time, but the rules are you can't stand, you can't stretch, or anything like that. It was. We estimated 52 slices. I did like 33, maybe 35 of them. I hit that wall. I was done. I really wanted to, but
no disrespect to the account executive. He was a little bit heftier than you. And he finished like an eighth of what you finished.
He's a young guy. He's 23 years old, and I really thought he was going to do more than that. Noah is his name, but Noah, good job, dude. You know.
I was like, Kev, you did like 2/3 of the pizza. I was highly impressed.
Well, at the very beginning, I was piling him in like this, and I had people cheering and standing, and I felt like Rocky. You know.
At that point in time, you feel nothing, right?
No, exactly. At the beginning, it's easy.
So you're pretty in tune with some of the fun local headlines and things going on here at the lake and in mid-Missouri. Did you see the 81-year-old trying out for the Savannah Bananas?
No, I did not.
Gravois Mills, Missouri.
Okay.
Rob Harrelson, he's been the coach of the Gravois Gators for 30-plus years, and he's been campaigning and rallying, trying to make the Savannah Bananas. And tonight, 7 o'clock, you can watch Rob Harrelson make his debut for the Savannah Bananas. I believe that's on ESPN. Pretty big news.
It is amazing how the ESPN Plus, okay, it is amazing, and Disney Plus, it is amazing how the Savannah Bananas, the headlines they've made in the last couple of years, you know?
Yeah, they've made
incredible.
Baseball fun again. Andrew Evans, our DOP in the truck, he said, yeah, ESPN Plus is where you can watch.
Disney Plus.
Yeah, and Disney Plus. So that'll be great. We're looking forward to that. But today's parade will be absolutely packed. It used to be for the St. Paddy's Day parade that you needed to get down 15 to 30 minutes early so you could get one of these parking spots. Listen, if you don't get here by 9 o'clock, there's no parking and everything's taped off. They're projecting close to 40 to 50,000 people will be here for the parade today, Kev.
I'm practically parked in Eldon. Okay, I'm exaggerating, but I'm just saying.
It's crazy.
It's a lot of people.
I want to give some love to Benny Media, of course, who organizes the St. Patrick's Day Parade, allowing us to broadcast live. They put it on, and I'll tell you what, they do a great job because everyone looks forward to this, and after the St. Patrick's Day Parade, that's when you start counting down to Memorial Day weekend and trying to get your boat out on the water, but we'll see some boats in today's parade.
I honestly love going past the bridge, going over the bridge at this time of year, and seeing, you know, even if the weather's not exactly perfect, but it's sunny, I'm like, there's some boats out there. Here we go. You know, so it doesn't take much.
No doubt. So we are live here from Stewart's on the Strip, and here in just a little bit, we're going to talk with Steve Beck. He's the owner here at Stewart's, and a lot of you guys probably familiar with, they've got locations in Greenview, they've got locations right here, they've got a location in Camdenton, and they're excited to announce they're going to be opening another location soon right in Laurie, believe it or
how
not.
about that? That's great. That's great.
Yeah, the old Vinny's location. So
You got to love Stewart's.
yeah, seriously, consistent breakfast every time you go. And really, the Strip has got a lot of good restaurants, good establishments, and just down the way, like, you see that George Tucker's new entertainment district is, you see some steel, you see some concrete.
That is going to be something else, man.
Yeah, and I mean, that's just one of, I don't know, 30 huge developments and projects ongoing at the Lake area. For those of you tuning in to today's parade right here live on Lake TV, if you're interested in other Lake area content, we do a weekly talk show every week from Slumberland at the Lake. I'm joined by Uncle Chris. We talk local headlines, developments. In the last couple of weeks, we've been talking about the Oasis Amusement Park.
I'm seeing more of that coming up now again. I drive past it every day, and it's rising like a phoenix.
And actually, great job here by Daniel Carnahan, Skyview Photography, our eyes in the sky, showing you the progress there. Just down the road, I mean, that is going to be a multi-level, multi-story entertainment venue. It's going to be pretty spectacular, and George Tucker doesn't do anything halfway.
It's an exciting time to live or be at the lake. Right now there's a lot of stuff going on. There is more on the way. We're not done.
Not to mention, you see campaign signs everywhere.
Yeah, it is political season.
We're getting ready for the general municipal elections, and the real big one right now is the Osage Beach mayor. You got three names. You got Angie Schuster, you got Richard Ross, and the incumbent Michael Harmison, as my boy Jordan gives us a wave walking by. But that race, we've got all three of those candidates right now on Cup of Coffee. We have Angie Schuster. We did an introduction with her. This coming week, we'll have Richard Ross. And then a week from Wednesday, we'll be joined by the incumbent mayor, Michael Harmison. Just want to give everyone an introduction to those three candidates if they didn't before they cast their vote.
It's a great way to know what they're talking about, where they stand on various issues. And it's a great forum. It really is.
Hey, before we go to our commercial break, we're going to take a brief break here and hopefully be joined by Steve Beck. But if you guys don't know this guy, Kevin Hilly, he is a big Philadelphia sports fan.
Go Birds!
Yeah, you've got a lot to be excited about. So, Kev, in the spirit of St. Patrick, I have just a little something I wanted to gift you today in the broadcast. Got to turn him over.
Dude. These are Jalen Hurts, who is the Eagles quarterback, trading cards.
That's a rookie card.
It's a rookie card.
And that's a second-year green prism short print.
I know we're on the air. Can I give you a hug?
Yes, you may, buddy. Show them at home.
This is going to go.
Turn it around.
This is going to go right on my display shelf at home. I've got sports memorabilia and other things. This is going to go right there with them. Thank you, man.
Absolutely.
I very much appreciate
Somebody
it.
random just wants to come by and say hi, give them a wave. Missouri State.
There you go.
Everybody.
Happy St. Pat's.
Yeah, if you're not down here, get down here, the guy's saying. It's true. This is absolutely popping here. It is your Lake of the Ozarks St. Paddy's Day coverage on Lake TV, presented by DockWorks. We're going to take a commercial break, and we'll be right back on Lake TV.
At Thomas Construction, we're not just builders, we're part of the community, living and loving the lake life just like you. As a family-owned local business, we bring a personal touch to every project, whether it's a residential home, a commercial space, or a multifamily investment. We pride ourselves on the quality and integrity of our work, delivering outstanding results no matter what the scale. Our skilled team of professionals is with you every step of the way, transforming your vision of luxury living into reality. Thomas Construction, building legacies at the lake since 1975. We got another great cup of coffee for you this week. You sit down and talk with Osage Beach mayoral candidate Angie Schuster.
That and a Camden County commissioner under investigation for sexual misconduct.
You may have noticed big progress at the Lake Oasis Amusement Park.
That and the Lake Ozark Marine Dealers Association is looking for a new executive director.
Pretty good job there.
We got that and a whole lot more on this week's Cup of Coffee from Slumberland at the Lake.
Life truly is all about memories, but more importantly, those we create those memories with. And at Hedges Scott Millard Funeral Homes, our staff focuses on the families we serve.
Maybe you wouldn't necessarily know where to start. Josh showed up from the beginning to the end. He did amazing. I would absolutely recommend him to everybody I know.
At Hedges Scott Millard, we understand it's the little things that make a big difference for the families we serve.
A family of 8 fell in love with the lake, and the rest is history. Lake Days Rentals brings one family's passion for fun, comfort, and open waves to you, offering your perfect vacation experience here on the Lake of the Ozarks. Pick your perfect getaway from our homes, condos, and docks for events, large groups, or just for 2. A wide variety of nightly rentals will spoil you for choice. And yes, you can bring your pets. Lake Days. Find your happy place.
1.5 million people are affected by Crohn's disease and IBD in America, and you can make a difference in their lives at the 3rd annual Dace Jam on March 28th. Grab a couple friends and participate in the 3-on-3 basketball tournament at School of the Osage High School. Then head to Memory Lane Events in Eldon for a dinner and silent auction that evening. Purchase your tickets online for Dace Jam 2026. Nothing is more important for a boat than the dock it calls home. For the dock of your dreams that provides safety for your boat and comfort for you and your family, there's no choice better than DockWorks. With over 30 years of combined experience in dock construction and design, your DockWorks dock will be a custom fit to your needs and desires. New construction, additions, and repairs to buoys, swim stairs, and ramps, nobody knows how to build on this lake like DockWorks. DockWorks, because at the lake, your home doesn't stop at the shoreline.
Don't forget to tune in to this month's edition of the Monthly Market Update. I'm Jessica Bruce with the Bruce & Kelly Real Estate Team. This month, we're going to be touring an off-water home located down off Y Road in Lynn Creek, 61 Quiet Meadows. The home features 3 acres, outbuilding, your own personal boat slip, and so much more. I'll also be joined by Mark Cordula, Lake Ozark PD, where he's going to give us an inside look on what it's been like to star on the hit series Ozark Law here at Lake of the Ozarks. All that and more, don't forget to tune in.
And we are back here at Stewart's on the Strip, just about 30 minutes away from getting started with your annual Lake of the Ozarks St. Patrick's Day Parade. I'm William Holtz, joined by the great Kevin Hilly. And just look at the Strip starting to fill up here, Kev, as we get a look from our eyes in the sky.
I love the shot. You can kind of see. Now, here's the thing. If you're not at the parade, and if you're watching this, you likely are not, come on down. You can find room. There are still spots, but it's a lot of people here today.
Yeah, and we have got friends, we've got family, we've got a capacity crowd. And I love everybody gets down here, gets their parking spot. You see people sitting in the back of their trucks, sitting on top of SUVs.
Yeah.
They got their tailgates set up. But really, St. Patrick's Day is all about feeling lucky. And for us, Kev, we feel real lucky to be bringing you the live coverage here on Lake TV.
St. Patrick's Day, as I said earlier, everybody's Irish on St. Patrick's Day. It's a great way to celebrate a great culture and just a whole lot of fun, too. It really is.
Yeah, we're hoping to have Steve Beck here shortly live on Lake TV, the owner of Stewart's on the Strip. We're waiting for him, and of course we're going to have our friends at Thomas Construction joining us here momentarily as well. And another opportunity just to give some love, of course, Central Bank, Lake of the Ozarks, Osage River Popcorn. We'll have more from them. Osage River Popcorn, just down the way here. Speaking of Osage River Popcorn, speaking of him, my great friend Grace, who is one of the faces of Osage River Popcorn.
They just walk by.
And campaigning. But such an exciting time. March, we've got the upcoming municipal election, April 7th. Of course, the boating season gets kicked off, I believe, in April. You're going to see your first offshore event. And we were telling you earlier, just all of the new developments. We talked about Lake Oasis, but another one is Bass Pro Shop set to come to the Outlet Mall. How about that?
Oh, there's so much excitement about that. When I had first seen the news, and I told some friends of mine, they were almost speechless. They go, "Are you serious? We're getting a Bass Pro? We're getting a Bass Pro, baby!" It's going to be amazing. It's going to be a game changer. Because it's going to then give some energy to that once great Outlet Mall.
Yeah, and at one point in time, over 100 outlets. So actually, I think change of plans. I think we're going to go ahead and bring our good buddy Matt Stevens from Thomas Construction on. We'll take a commercial break, get him the microphone, and be right back with Matt Stevens from Thomas Construction on Lake TV.
At Thomas Construction, we're not just builders, we're part of the community, living and loving the lake life just like you. As a family-owned local business, we bring a personal touch to every project, whether it's a residential home, a commercial space, or a multifamily investment. We pride ourselves on the quality and integrity of our work, delivering outstanding results no matter what the scale. Our skilled team of professionals is with you every step of the way, transforming your vision of luxury living into reality. Thomas Construction, building legacies at the lake since 1975.
Osage River Popcorn, your home at the lake for fresh, gourmet popcorn. But it doesn't stop at just what's in the name. Come see us on Bagnell Dam in Lake Ozark for Stom European chocolate, gelato, and so much more. We've even got a drive-thru with specialty coffee. And yes, our gourmet popcorn is still popped fresh daily. Come on by as a stranger and leave as a friend, with an armful of the sweetest treats at the lake. Osage River Popcorn in Lake Ozark. See you soon.
What's happening at the lake? Social media's chaos. It's hard to tell what's real and what's fake. That's why we built the Lake Expo app. Real news, everything boating, events that matter. The lake is here. Download the Lake Expo app today.
And back here on Lake TV for your live coverage of the St. Paddy's Day Parade right here from the historic Bagnell Dam Strip. I'm William Holtz, joined by Kevin Hilly, and also joining us now, it's Matthew Stevens with Thomas Construction. Matt, what's going on, buddy?
Not too much. Beautiful day today.
Yeah, this is the kind of weather that in your guys' line of work, you wish you had 365 days of the year, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Yep. Can't beat this. So.
All right, so Thomas Construction, everybody's heard the name. We see your logo, your name everywhere, tied to some of the biggest projects in mid-Missouri and in surrounding areas. But for someone that says, hey, what is Thomas Construction, Matthew? How do you answer that?
Well, Thomas Construction has been at the lake for 51 years. Actually, we're a general contractor. We're kind of known for the large custom homes on the water, but we do a little bit of everything, remodels, additions here at the lake, and then we have a large commercial division that does out-of-state hotels, things like that. So we do a little bit of everything, but definitely concentrate here at the lake.
From a big picture perspective, give me an overview of the construction industry right now.
Yeah, well, it seems to be pretty busy. We've stayed busy. The lake is a growing area, lots of new developments coming into town. We're working on one right now that has over 30 lots, 10 new homes. So it's a great area to do construction in. I mean, we're not seeing any kind of downturn at all. So
it's great. It's great news.
Now, and I know for Thomas Construction, everybody likes to say, hey, we love our community. But for Chad and you guys, I mean, that's kind of next level. The Lake of the Ozarks community is your home, even though your projects are far and wide.
Right.
Talk about how much Lake of the Ozarks means to your guys' company.
Yeah, absolutely. Like, we're based here, so this is our main office. We've been here for 50 years, and you know, we have over 50 employees. Probably 34 of them live here at the lake. So in Canada, Lake Ozark, their children go here to the schools, so we take pride in the community and being part of it for so long.
Yeah, we're getting a beautiful look right now at some of your guys' finished work. This is one of the, looks like a beautiful residential property, but a lot of people that say, okay, we know you guys do the massive builds, commercials, hotel, things of that nature, but talk about the residential side. If someone's looking to build a custom lake house on the water, talk about that process with Thomas Construction.
Yeah, and Thomas is unique. I'm a licensed architect, and then we've recently brought on a interior designer. So we're kind of turnkey construction company. You come in with a lot or even no lot, and we go through the design process, bidding all the way to construction, hand the keys over to you. Hopefully no hassle, and you got your dream home at the end of it. So we try to do everything for people.
How great a feeling is it for you guys when somebody, you've built their new home, they walk in the door for the first time, you've handed them their keys. What does that feel like?
Yeah, and at Thomas, we have a lot of different, superintendents, carpenters, laborers, but everybody there loves to build. And so there's nothing better than finishing a house, having that homeowner proud of it, excited to move in, use it, if it's a secondary home or a main home. There's a lot of pride in that, and we take pride in our work here at the lake. So.
All right, so I got to ask, and I'm going to kind of put you on the spot. When you do projects of this caliber, I'm curious, is there one, and it doesn't have to be here at the lake, is there one project that you guys have been involved in, and when you get done with it, you were just like, wow, we did it.
Yeah, there's definitely some that come to mind. You know, some of the large custom homes we do that people recognize around the water are pretty cool to be a part of. You know, 50 years is a lot of different homes that Thomas has built throughout the generations. So it's really cool. And then people come in and say, hey, I've heard about Thomas, your reputation. It's just, it's great to be part of that.
When you say 50 years, can you touch on that history just a little bit?
Absolutely. So Thomas was started in 1975 here doing custom homes. And, you know, it's kind of grown over the generations. Chad is the owner right now, Chad Nugent, but his dad was a previous owner along with Dan Lynn. And it's kind of just grown from generation to generation. Thomas has been lucky and blessed that, you know, the company has grown over the last couple years. We've took tremendous strides in our commercial division for sure. So
50 years is a long time.
Yeah.
And obviously the construction business has changed in that. What's one of the maybe more recent changes or advancements, if you will, Matt, that you've seen in the industry, things that seem to be kind of becoming more commonplace now that weren't before?
Yeah, definitely. Well, probably the technology, you know, it affects everything, but you know, we're lucky that we're so large. All the new updated technology we get to use. Safety is a big thing with Thomas Construction, so making sure we're at the top of the safety and using the most current technology to, you know, so budgets come in on track, so schedules, everything like that, coordination. We do with a lot of people out of town, so, you know, live photos. We even live stream builds sometimes for owners, so we do a lot of different stuff like that.
Man, I'm Matt. Well, that's Thomas Construction. I want to give you an opportunity to kind of plug how people can look, find out more of your guys' finished work, and maybe how they start that process of working with you guys. Where would you push them?
Yeah, absolutely. First to our website probably, thomasbuilder.com. Go there, and then you can find us, you know, if you go call into the office, ask for me if it's a home, ask for a commercial side if it's a business. But call in, we'd love to meet with you and go from there. So
we're lucky here at Lake of the Ozarks to have Thomas Construction. I know there's so many of our local nonprofits, the schools, you guys are so hands-on. And so us at Lake TV, behalf of the whole area, Matt, thank you guys so much just for all you do for our area. And look, if you're wanting to build, whether it's a 6,000 room resort on the beach or a 2-story residential home on the water, give them a call at Thomas Construction.
Yeah, appreciate it. Thank you.
All right, we'll be right back on Lake TV. Once again, that's Matt with Thomas Construction live on Lake TV.
At Thomas Construction, we're not just builders, we're part of the community, living and loving the lake life just like you. As a family-owned local business, we bring a personal touch to every project, whether it's a residential home, a commercial space, or a multifamily investment. We pride ourselves on the quality and integrity of our work, delivering outstanding results no matter what the scale. Our skilled team of professionals is with you every step of the way, transforming your vision of luxury living into reality. Thomas Construction, building legacies at the lake since 1975.
A family of 8 fell in love with the lake, and the rest is history. Lake Days Rentals brings one family's passion for fun, comfort, and open waves to you, offering your perfect vacation experience here on the Lake of the Ozarks. Pick your perfect getaway from our homes, condos, and docks for events, large groups, or just for 2. A wide variety of nightly rentals will spoil you for choice. And yes, you can bring your pets. Lake Days. Find your happy place. Dealing with fatigue, sleepless nights, and chronic pain? Meet Dr. Beck with 40 years specializing in pain management, clinical nutrition, and board-certified in neuropathy, boasting new techniques to the industry, including a rib adjustment only available at Beck Wellness, new specialty treatments for headaches, frozen shoulders, peripheral neuropathy, plantar fasciitis, and their brand new knee rehab, all while keeping nutrition top of mind. Call or go online today. Your healthier, happier life starts with Beck Wellness Center.
Life truly is all about memories, but more importantly, those we create those memories with. And at Hedges Scott Millard Funeral Homes, our staff focuses on the families we serve.
Maybe you wouldn't necessarily know where to start. Josh showed up from the beginning to the end. He did amazing. I would absolutely recommend him to everybody I know.
At Hedges Scott Millard, we understand it's the little things that make a big difference for the families we serve.
Back here on Lake TV, just about 15 minutes away from our live St. Patrick's Day Parade. We're live at Stewart's on the Strip. Our coverage presented by DockWorks. Now, anytime you're here at Lake of the Ozarks, whether you're attending the parade here in person or you're at home watching on your TV, it's always a good idea to have good snacks for your parade.
Absolutely.
And so this is the time we tell you to get your popcorn ready. And from our friends at Osage River Popcorn, on theme for St. Patrick's Day Parade. I don't mind eating. Let's eat.
My gosh, chocolate covered, green.
Yeah, that's mint chocolate.
Mint chocolate.
They've got like 20 flavors.
May I?
Uh-huh.
Oh.
Excuse the sound at home. It's probably not.
Oh, my gosh. Oh, my gosh. That is so good.
You kidding me?
Again, my apologies at home. Yeah, but this is,
They got like 22 flavors. Raspberry cheesecake, cheddar cheese, caramel, chocolate caramel, dill pickle, Cajun, Parmesan garlic. They've got all the flavors.
The mint just pops right out at you. It's amazing.
And they do homemade gelato in there. Right now they've got 16 different choices, dairy-free, sugar-free options, gelato, gift options. Go down and see Osage River Popcorn. And hey, and when you do go see them, tell them that you saw the mint chocolate chip popcorn on our parade coverage, and they got something for you. Might be a small discount, might be a free gift, who knows? But make sure you tell them you saw the mint chocolate popcorn
on Lake TV,
on the parade. And Steve Beck, he'll be here in just a minute. I'm afraid we're going to have to eat some more, which is exciting.
Well,
so
darn.
If I can put this down long enough, we'll be right back on Lake TV with Steve Beck from Stewart's on the Strip.
Osage River Popcorn, your home at the lake for fresh, gourmet popcorn. But it doesn't stop at just what's in the name. Come see us on Bagnell Dam in Lake Ozark for Stom European chocolate, gelato, and so much more. We've even got a drive-thru with specialty coffee. And yes, our gourmet popcorn is still popped fresh daily. Come on by as a stranger and leave as a friend, with an armful of the sweetest treats at the lake. Osage River Popcorn in Lake Ozark. See you soon.
Hey, be sure to join us for this week's COMC Community Spotlight Show. COMC has something new. They're starting to do optometry now, right? That's eye care, and they're doing it on wheels. They're going into the community and moving around. And this lady, Dr. McCreary, is the one heading all that up. So we'll talk to her about all of that. So be sure to join us for this week's COMC Community Spotlight Show. We got another great cup of coffee for you this week. You sit down and talk with Osage Beach mayoral candidate Angie Schuster.
That and a Camden County commissioner under investigation for sexual misconduct.
You may have noticed big progress at the Lake Oasis Amusement Park.
That and the Lake Ozark Marine Dealers Association is looking for a new executive director.
Pretty good job there.
We got that and a whole lot more on this week's Cup of Coffee from Slumberland at the Lake.
What's happening at the lake? Social media's chaos. It's hard to tell what's real and what's fake. That's why we built the Lake Expo app. Real news, everything boating, events that matter. The lake is here. Download the Lake Expo app today.
Osage River Popcorn, your home at the lake for fresh, gourmet popcorn. But it doesn't stop at just what's in the name. Come see us on Bagnell Dam in Lake Ozark for Stom European chocolate, gelato, and so much more. We've even got a drive-thru with specialty coffee. And yes, our gourmet popcorn is still popped fresh daily. Come on by as a stranger and leave as a friend, with an armful of the sweetest treats at the lake. Osage River Popcorn in Lake Ozark. See you soon.
And we are back at Stewart's on the Strip. We're live for our St. Patrick's Day Parade coverage. I'm William Holtz, joined by Kevin Hilly, and now we got a special guest. We got Steve Beck and his grandson Thomas. And look, it's always everything go on Stewart's, man. You guys have been around for a long time, an iconic establishment. Just give us a brief background or history on Stewart's restaurant.
Well, Harry Stewart started it back in 1953, so it's been here on the Strip for 72 years, if I'm doing the math right, almost 73. I've owned it for 22. and moved up here to the White House 2 years ago. So,
Which is a great location, by the way. Oh my gosh.
It's been a wonderful move.
It really is. It's iconic, too. It's an iconic spot.
Yes.
Honestly, I'm sure that you had to think when that went down, man, such an iconic location. I don't know if moving this, but I'm going to take a shot. Did you have any reserves?
I did have reserves because it was iconic and people have been going there for years. But the fact that this is the most historic building on Bagnell Dam Strip or in Lake Ozark made it a pretty easy move.
You guys have a tremendous menu. Your breakfasts are spectacular. Now, I'm just going to tell you ahead of time, breakfast is my favorite meal of the day. I could eat breakfast all day long. I wouldn't care.
And he does,
and
too.
He does. Sometimes he does, you know. If you wanted to point to one thing on your menu, say breakfast, or not necessarily breakfast, but one thing that you're telling somebody they're here for the first time, what do they have to try?
Well, I would tell you that we win awards for our biscuits and gravy, and that's one of our more famous things. But my favorite would be the tenderloin breakfast. The tenderloin sandwich is good, but when you mix it with the eggs and the hash browns,
now I'm hungry.
Both of those are good,
it.
but listen, I don't even know if we can call it a cinnamon roll. But don't you guys have like the largest cinnamon roll on the planet?
Yes, we believe so.
Have the Guinness people been here yet?
They're about 3 pounds, 5 inches cubed, and they are very popular.
Okay, I gotta ask, because you guys have such a big following. Does it surprise you, like when you're not here at the lake and someone maybe sees the Stewart's logo? Do you have any of those encounters far away that maybe surprise you?
Yes. I mean, we used to have comments. My wife and I have lived in a few different cities, and in St. Louis, there's a good chance, 3, 4, 5% of the people know of Stewart's. Kansas City, I spent time up there, same thing, 3, 4, 5%. But then we moved to Columbia for about 4 years, and we were kind of famous there.
Yeah.
Everybody there has lake houses, and they knew who you were. And so all of this Midwest group, it makes a big difference. But yeah, people know us, and if you look at the map inside, people are coming here from all over the country and sticking pins in the map to say they were here. So
well, I was going to say, too, you're actually from all over the world, really, because you have plenty of people from other countries here. What countries have you seen customers coming into Stewart?
A lot of people from Europe that have been here. They've seen either the Ozark series.
Yes.
A variety of the real estate show that was on a couple years ago. Now it's the Ozark Law is gaining attention. So yeah, people see this, and on the Ozark Law show, we get the best publicity that we could possibly get being in the middle of the strip.
Buy that.
The only complaint I have is I normally watch Ozark Law not hungry. Then I get hungry because I see the Stewart sign in the background, and I want to bring something up, and you can shut it down, because I don't know if we're allowed to tell. I know you've got the Greenview location. I frequent that one. The Camdenton location, I've been there. And this is my favorite location. But is there not another location in your future?
We are working on one currently in Laurie, Missouri, and hopefully having that open sometime in May.
Hey, there you have it.
There you go.
We're hoping May 1st, but that may be my optimism talking.
Okay.
So
well, we'll be optimistic with you.
Yeah, and I'll be looking forward to that. But before we let you go, I got to ask if maybe we could try some of this food. You think we should put an order in and show off some of the food?
I can certainly do that.
Thomas, what would you recommend? If I ordered one thing, what's your go-to when you come and eat?
When I come here, instead of the 2-2-2, I usually try getting like a 1-2-3, because I get 1 pancake. Trust me, you only want to eat 1. 2 eggs and 3 bacon.
I want that. Exactly like that. The 1, 2, 3. How do you get your eggs, Thomas?
Scrambled.
Scrambled?
All right.
Perfect.
So we can do his favorite. We can bring you our tenderloin breakfast with some over-easy eggs. And
I will be your friend forever.
Well, look, you can stay tuned. We'll be back on Lake TV, and Kevin and I will be embarrassing ourselves trying to eat. It'll be a blast. That's Steve Beck. That's Thomas. Hey, thanks for having us today for the parade, Steve.
Thanks
we appreciate
for having
it.
us.
Be right back on Lake
Thomas. Good
TV
job.
after this.
1.5 million people are affected by Crohn's disease and IBD in America, and you can make a difference in their lives at the 3rd annual Dace Jam on March 28th. Grab a couple friends and participate in the 3-on-3 basketball tournament at School of the Osage High School. Then head to Memory Lane Events in Eldon for a dinner and silent auction that evening. Purchase your tickets online for Dace Jam 2026.
A family of 8 fell in love with the lake, and the rest is history. Lake Days Rentals brings one family's passion for fun, comfort, and open waves to you, offering your perfect vacation experience here on the Lake of the Ozarks. Pick your perfect getaway from our homes, condos, and docks for events, large groups, or just for 2. A wide variety of nightly rentals will spoil you for choice. And yes, you can bring your pets. Lake Days. Find your happy place.
Nothing is more important for a boat than the dock it calls home. For the dock of your dreams that provides safety for your boat and comfort for you and your family, there's no choice better than DockWorks. With over 30 years of combined experience in dock construction and design, your DockWorks dock will be a custom fit to your needs and desires. New construction, additions, and repairs to buoys, swim stairs, and ramps, nobody knows how to build on this lake like DockWorks. DockWorks, because at the lake, your home doesn't stop at the shoreline.
Dealing with fatigue, sleepless nights, and chronic pain? Meet Dr. Beck with 40 years specializing in pain management, clinical nutrition, and board-certified in neuropathy, boasting new techniques to the industry, including a rib adjustment only available at Beck Wellness, new specialty treatments for headaches, frozen shoulders, peripheral neuropathy, plantar fasciitis, and their brand new knee rehab, all while keeping nutrition top of mind. Call or go online today. Your healthier, happier life starts with Beck Wellness Center.
Don't forget to tune in to this month's edition of the Monthly Market Update. I'm Jessica Bruce with the Bruce & Kelly Real Estate Team. This month, we're going to be touring an off-water home located down off Y Road in Lynn Creek, 61 Quiet Meadows. The home features 3 acres, outbuilding, your own personal boat slip, and so much more. I'll also be joined by Mark Cordula, Lake Ozark PD, where he's going to give us an inside look on what it's been like to star on the hit series Ozark Law here at Lake of the Ozarks. All that and more, don't forget to tune in.
What's happening at the lake? Social media is chaos. It's hard to tell what's real and what's fake. That's why we built the Lake Expo app. Real news, everything boating, events that matter. The lake is here. Download the Lake Expo app today.
Back here on Lake TV Live from Stewart's on the Strip, we got a special guest for you. And Kevin, I thought this was going to be my co-host for today. Why don't you introduce yourself?
I'm Brinley.
Yeah, this is my daughter, Brinley.
She's ready for prime time.
She loves the St. Paddy's Day parade. You come almost every year, don't you?
Yes.
What's your favorite part of the St. Paddy's Day parade?
Getting candy.
Getting candy. Very good.
I'm surprised it wasn't being on the air with Daddy. I guess that wasn't it, huh?
So, Kev, I mean, she's pretty good. I don't know about job security.
You know, if I'm going to be replaced by anybody, at least she's cute.
That's right. All right. Thank you, Monkey. We got food coming soon. Brinley's going back with Mommy, and we are live here from Stewart's on the Strip. One of the greatest things about the parade is the families.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody has a good time down here. It's family-friendly, Kev.
Mom, Dad, kids, Grandma, Grandpa. I'm telling you, we got them sitting on the back of the pickups watching. I mean, if you get to the Strip at the right time, you've got some prime viewing for this parade.
Yeah, and speaking of the Strip, you know what's crazy is it is starting to look different. You know, ever since George Tucker put in Tucker Shuckers, gosh, that's been 15 years. But then 5 years ago with the Sky Trail and Malted Monkey, and now as you see George Tucker on the other end, Osage Nation's coming in with their visitor center. You see Celebration Cruises down there. I mean, so the Strip's not going anywhere. And the Reese family continues to own a lot, and I'm eager to see what their plans are.
The modernization is pretty exciting. You know, it's going in stages, but, you know, I oftentimes hear people say, oh, you know, we need more family things, family friends. It's happening. It is happening. It's going to take a while. Nothing ever happens overnight or in even a few months away. It is happening. You can see, if you pay attention, you can see things happening on the Strip.
Yeah, and I'll tell you, as soon as they got the concrete and steel down there next to Neon Taco, starting to look a whole lot different. Hopefully David will be coming over here in a minute. I want to be able to show you guys some close-ups of the food. I just had Steve over there kind of giving me the signal. He's like, whenever it's ready, you want us to bring it out. So I anticipate food is going to be getting here pretty soon, and I'm excited. And one of my favorite places at the lake is Stewart's, and what I love is they're open until 2. So you can go have lunch at 1 o'clock in the afternoon, and like you said, at breakfast, that's my favorite meal all day.
But, you know, it's funny, being on the radio 5 days a week, they always, you know, we're not allowed to eat on the air. So I'm glad this guy's letting me eat on the air. This is good, you know?
Oh, yeah. We like the visual. It may not sound as appetizing for people outside, but we absolutely
if you can see it, it makes a difference, maybe.
Visual.
Yeah.
Oh, there might even be getting us
Some
our
extra
own
tables. Good.
table
Yeah.
here. And so as the crowd continues to shuffle in, what time we got here, Kev? It is 12:59. We are just about a minute away. And what they have on 242 is all the floats are set up, and so they'll start at roughly 1 o'clock and start making their way down. And we'll probably have some special treats for you as you're getting a look. I did want to give a shout out again to Macadoodles, who is the sponsor for Benny Media, organizing this whole thing, putting it on. And we wouldn't get to broadcast the parade live on Lake TV if it weren't for Benny Media's efforts. Big shout out to Bobby. Big shout out to Lorinda. Every one of them do such a great job. And of course, Benny Media and their sponsors, COMC, on there as well. So we wanted to give them some love. And we do have a pretty great, I believe, Grand Marshal this year. The Grand Marshal is Rebecca Duell, who is a retired Army Staff Sergeant who is a Purple Heart recipient.
Wow.
And so pretty incredible, our Grand Marshal this year.
Thank you to her for her
Duell.
service.
Yeah, thank you so much. Really excited. I know we're going to have the color guard. Will be kicking us off here in a little bit. And, you know, it's going to be hard to concentrate because right as this parade gets kicked off, our dopamine's going to be fired off at an unbelievable level when breakfast is delivered.
This should be very interesting, I'll tell you that. So
I ordered light, as you would think, but a 1, 2, 3, one pancake from Stewart's is a task in itself. So we'll see how far we can get. Let's do what you did with the pizza and see if we can finish it all.
Oh, there's no doubt in my mind I will be finishing mine, Will. Okay? There's no question in my mind. So this will really not even be a competition, okay?
Hey, look, we're going to give away 2 different $25 gift cards to Stewart's on the Strip right here. We want you to comment, whether you're watching on YouTube, on Facebook, wherever you're watching from, or if you're watching on Roku, Amazon Fire, or the Lake Expo app. Go over to Lake TV's Facebook or YouTube and in the comment, let us know where you're watching from.
You might pick up a
local,
$25 gift card. Yeah.
And we might also throw in some Lake TV swag. So we'd love for you to comment down in the comments below. Let us know where you're watching from. And also, if you're looking or watching for a particular float, business, or person, make sure you tag them. Comment down there below. And we'll make sure we get back with you. But again, 2 $25 gift cards we'll give away following today's parade. So if you've commented, you're automatically eligible to win one of those 2 prizes. And $25 at Stewart's, that's enough for 2 people.
It really is. And when you take a look at their menu, you're going to be very excited. In fact, you're going to use up that gift card right away, I think.
So the parade has begun. They're going to be making their way down. So we're going to take a commercial break. And when we come back, we will have the parade live. It's the annual Lake of the Ozarks St. Paddy's Day Parade on Lake TV, presented by DockWorks.
Life truly is all about memories, but more importantly, those we create those memories with. And at Hedges Scott Millard Funeral Homes, our staff focuses on the families we serve.
Maybe you wouldn't necessarily know where to start. Josh showed up from the beginning to the end. He did amazing. I would absolutely recommend him to everybody I know.
At Hedges Scott Millard, we understand it's the little things that make a big difference for the families we serve.
Nothing is more important for a boat than the dock it calls home. For the dock of your dreams that provides safety for your boat and comfort for you and your family, there's no choice better than DockWorks. With over 30 years of combined experience in dock construction and design, your DockWorks dock will be a custom fit to your needs and desires. New construction, additions, and repairs to buoys, swim stairs, and ramps, nobody knows how to build on this lake like DockWorks. DockWorks, because at the lake, your home doesn't stop at the shoreline.
Don't forget to tune in to this month's edition of the Monthly Market Update. I'm Jessica Bruce with the Bruce & Kelly Real Estate Team. This month, we're going to be touring an off-water home located down off Y Road in Lynn Creek, 61 Quiet Meadows. The home features 3 acres, outbuilding, your own personal boat slip, and so much more. I'll also be joined by Mark Cordula, Lake Ozark PD, where he's going to give us an inside look on what it's been like to star on the hit series Ozark Law here at Lake of the Ozarks. All that and more, don't forget to tune in.
Osage River Popcorn, your home at the lake for fresh, gourmet popcorn. But it doesn't stop at just what's in the name. Come see us on Bagnell Dam in Lake Ozark for Stom European chocolate, gelato, and so much more. We've even got a drive-thru with specialty coffee. And yes, our gourmet popcorn is still popped fresh daily. Come on by as a stranger and leave as a friend, with an armful of the sweetest treats at the lake. Osage River Popcorn in Lake Ozark. See you soon!
$1.5 million people are affected by Crohn's disease and IBD in America, and you can make a difference in their lives at the 3rd annual Dace Jam on March 28th. Grab a couple friends and participate in the 3-on-3 basketball tournament at School of the Osage High School. Then head to Memory Lane Events in Eldon for a dinner and silent auction that evening. Purchase your tickets online for Dace Jam 2026.
A family of 8 fell in love with the lake, and the rest is history. Lake Days Rentals brings one family's passion for fun, comfort, and open waves to you, offering your perfect vacation experience here on the Lake of the Ozarks. Pick your perfect getaway from our homes, condos, and docks for events, large groups, or just for 2. A wide variety of nightly rentals will spoil you for choice. And yes, you can bring your pets. Lake Days. Find your happy place.
At Thomas Construction, we're not just builders, we're part of the community, living and loving the lake life just like you. As a family-owned local business, we bring a personal touch to every project, whether it's a residential home, a commercial space, or a multifamily investment. We pride ourselves on the quality and integrity of our work, delivering outstanding results no matter what the scale. Our skilled team of professionals is with you every step of the way, transforming your vision of luxury living into reality. Thomas Construction, building legacies at the lake since 1975.
Dealing with fatigue, sleepless nights, and chronic pain? Meet Dr. Beck with 40 years specializing in pain management, clinical nutrition, and board-certified in neuropathy, boasting new techniques to the industry, including a rib adjustment only available at Beck Wellness, new specialty treatments for headaches, frozen shoulders, peripheral neuropathy, plantar fasciitis, and their brand new knee rehab, all while keeping nutrition top of mind. Call or go online today. Your healthier, happier life starts with Beck Wellness Center.
What's happening at the lake? Social media is chaos. It's hard to tell what's real and what's fake. That's why we built the Lake Expo app. Real news, everything boating, events that matter. The lake is here. Download the Lake Expo app today.
We got another great cup of coffee for you this week. You sit down and talk with Osage Beach mayoral candidate Angie Schuster.
That and a Camden County commissioner under investigation for sexual misconduct.
You may have noticed big progress at the Lake Oasis Amusement Park.
That and the Lake Ozark Marine Dealers Association is looking for a new executive director.
Pretty good job there.
We got that and a whole lot more on this week's Cup of Coffee from Slumberland at the Lake. And we're back on Lake TV, live from Stewart's on the Strip. It's your 2026 Lake of the Ozarks St. Patrick's Day Parade, presented by DockWorks, right here on Lake TV. I'm William Holtz, joined by Kevin Hilly. And Kevin, just minutes away, the parade has begun all the way top of the historic Bagnell Dam Strip Boulevard. So I hear they're making their way down there. It might be a few minutes, but luckily for us, we ordered some food from Stewart's, and if you're close and you're hungry, Stewart's is here till 2 o'clock, as they are 7 days a week, and I'm pretty fired up. I'm starting to salivate here a little bit.
Steve's going to be bringing out some of their delicious fare, and he's giving us a little idea of what he's bringing. So we're going to be, I guess we're going to be eating on the air, right?
Yeah, we're going to be eating live right here. Not the most flattering of positions to be in. But after watching you eat that pizza, I feel like, that's the least we could do is eat a normal breakfast on the air.
He's talking about this 26-inch pizza that the whole goal was to do it in an hour. I had to finally tap out after 35 minutes, dude. I was just,
what is that place?
It's West Main Pizza in Jefferson City.
Is that not the best, most brilliant marketing scheme?
It's huge.
Plan you've ever heard of?
It's gone viral. I mean, it's getting attention from around the country and in some places around the world. It's crazy.
Yeah,
so, and they're doing it all. I mean, they're booked through like June or something.
Yeah, a big shout out today. We've already talked with Steve Beck, who's the owner here at Stewart's on the Strip. We've talked with Emily Hood from DockWorks, our presenting sponsor. We also talked to our buddy Matthew with Thomas Construction, Matt Stevens, and man, they built some great great stuff. We saw a look there. And, of course, all of our wonderful sponsors making our broadcast here possible today. And as we get ready, I know we're going to have the color guard. We're going to have – you always got to have a marching band, right?
You do. You cannot have a parade. State law, you have to have a – you have to have a marching band at a parade.
It's standard at a parade. Exactly. I always dreamed as a kid, I was like, man, one day I want to broadcast and commentate the Macy's Day Parade. Well, this is a close second. The St. Paddy's Day Parade at Lake of the Ozarks on Lake TV, Kev.
You know what? One of the nice things, honestly, about the parades, and especially the way they're done here on Lake TV, you have a chance to meet the community. We bring in, I would say, a pretty good cross-section of our business community and others, community organizations, that you get a chance to meet them and maybe learn a little bit more about what they're about.
Yeah, as we look, it's absolutely full. You look at the bars around us, the businesses, Roxy, Snafu, Rock Island Exchange, Alley Cats. Then you look right to our right, and you've got Marty Birds as well, and all of these places. Standing room only, and we imagine people will continue to shuffle in. The parade has begun, and if you stay with us, bear with us because we're just minutes away from getting our first glimpse of the start of this year's annual St. Paddy's Day Parade. And I want to give a huge shout out again, Benny Media, because they organize it. Everyone always wonders, because they put it on. Right. And for us to broadcast it and cover our costs, we do sell sponsorships, but they do a great job putting it on. And so Macadoodles was huge for them. COMC wanted to give them some love. And, of course, Bobby, Loretta Snurch. They all do such a great job. And when we see the floats come down, I'm telling you, this year some of our local businesses and marinas, they spared no expense.
No, they getting back to what you were saying, with all the other sponsors, it's the epitome of a team effort. It really is. All the moving parts and everything, it all works perfectly once airtime comes.
Yep, absolutely. And we're getting word from in the truck that the parade is at Pizza Hut. So I'm not great at that's like a science equation or an algebra equation. What pace are they going? Square footage?
I was awful
distance?
at math, dude. That was like my worst subject in school, okay? When I got to college, I was such an average student in high school, quite honestly, that when I got to college, I had to take like the dummy math just to bring me up to speed I'm the worst one to talk to about math. I really am.
I'm making a mess here.
I see. Look, you need some help here, dude.
Yeah, help me out, Kev. It's like how'd you let me get so twisted and turned
Where's
about?
your wife?
Yeah, she's here somewhere. And, hey, speaking of which, you can forget about my wife for a minute because I'm distracted.
Here comes Steve. Okay.
Look at this. Oh, that's a small little tenderloin for you, Kevin.
Goodness.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that is
small. Oh, yeah.
Okay. All right. We're stepping over here, I guess, right?
Oh, and he said he threw on a half order of biscuits and gravy just for fun. Look at that tenderloin.
Is that whose eggs and bacon?
That's mine. Don't touch it, Kevin. Hey, that is amazing. Thomas, Steve, thank you guys.
You know this is not a competitive eating thing, right?
All right. Well, without further ado, Kev, let's see. I'm gonna.
There's a fork and knife here.
I think the biscuits and gravy is also yours.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna dig right into the tenderloin here first. So this is amazing. And excuse my table manners here. Oh my gosh. Do you want to zoom in on this for a second just to show what? Look at that. Oh my gosh. Is that amazing? I do need to move my microphone because I'm going to get it all over the microphone. Oh my gosh.
This isn't a regular size pancake. This isn't a regular size pancake either here.
Monster. That is. Okay,
I feel bad. David's standing over here filming his heart away.
I know.
And we're just shoveling it in.
If you want to dig in here for something, feel free if you're able to, okay? Yeah, poor David, man.
He's in the way at the moment.
Look at this.
Oh, look, he gave me a better knife than what I was using. Okay.
I wasn't going to say anything because I was going to dig into yours here in a minute.
Yeah, please do.
All right.
Sharing is caring.
Well, we got about 3 or 4 minutes. We're going to try to make some progress here. We're going to take a short commercial break, and when we come back, we should have this year's annual Lake of the Ozarks St. Patrick's Day Parade right here on Lake TV.
Nothing is more important for a boat than the dock it calls home. For the dock of your dreams that provides safety for your boat and comfort for you and your family, there's no choice better than DockWorks. With over 30 years of combined experience in dock construction and design, your DockWorks dock will be a custom fit to your needs and desires. New construction, additions, and repairs to buoys, swim stairs, and ramps, nobody knows how to build on this lake like DockWorks. DockWorks, because at the lake, your home doesn't stop at the shoreline.
Hey, be sure to join us for this week's COMC Community Spotlight Show. COMC has something new. They're starting to do optometry now, right? That's eye care, and they're doing it on wheels. They're going into the community and moving around. And this lady, Dr. McCreary, is the one heading all that up. So we'll talk to her about all of that. So be sure to join us for this week's COMC Community Spotlight Show.
Osage River Popcorn, your home at the lake for fresh, gourmet popcorn. But it doesn't stop at just what's in the name. Come see us on Bagnell Dam and Lake Ozark for Stom European chocolate, gelato, and so much more. We've even got a drive-thru with specialty coffee. And yes, our gourmet popcorn is still popped fresh daily. Come on by as a stranger and leave as a friend, with an armful of the sweetest treats at the lake. Osage River Popcorn and Lake Ozark. See you soon!
Don't forget to tune in to this month's edition of the Monthly Market Update. I'm Jessica Bruce with the Bruce and Kelly Real Estate Team. This month, we're going to be touring an off-water home located down off Y Road in Lynn Creek, 61 Quiet Meadows. The home features 3 acres, outbuilding, your own personal boat slip, and so much more. I'll also be joined by Mark Cordula, Lake Ozark PD, where he's going to give us an inside look on what it's been like to star on the hit series Ozark Law here at Lake of the Ozarks. All that and more, don't forget to tune in.
Nothing is more important for a boat than the dock it calls home. For the dock of your dreams that provides safety for your boat and comfort for you and your family, there's no choice better than DockWorks. With over 30 years of combined experience in dock construction and design, your DockWorks dock will be a custom fit to your needs and desires. New construction, additions, and repairs to buoys, swim stairs, and ramps, nobody knows how to build on this lake like DockWorks. DockWorks, because at the lake, your home doesn't stop at the shoreline.
We got another great cup of coffee for you this week. You sit down and talk with Osage Beach mayoral candidate Angie Schuster.
That and a Camden County commissioner under investigation for sexual misconduct.
You may have noticed big progress at the Lake Oasis Amusement Park.
That and the Lake Ozark Marine Dealers Association is looking for a new executive director.
Pretty good job there.
We got that and a whole lot more on this week's Cup of Coffee from Slumberland at the Lake.
At Thomas Construction, we're not just builders, we're part of the community, living and loving the lake life just like you. As a family-owned local business, we bring a personal touch to every project, whether it's a residential home, a commercial space, or a multifamily investment. We pride ourselves on the quality and integrity of our work, delivering outstanding results no matter what the scale. Our skilled team of professionals is with you every step of the way, transforming your vision of luxury living into reality. Thomas Construction, building legacies at the lake since 1975.
Osage River Popcorn, your home at the lake for fresh, gourmet popcorn. But it doesn't stop at just what's in the name. Come see us on Bagnell Dam and Lake Ozark for Stom European chocolate, gelato, and so much more. We've even got a drive-thru with specialty coffee. And yes, our gourmet popcorn is still popped fresh daily. Come on by as a stranger and leave as a friend, with an armful of the sweetest treats at the lake. Osage River Popcorn and Lake Ozark. See you soon!
What's happening at the lake? Social media is chaos. It's hard to tell what's real and what's fake. That's why we built the Lake Expo app. Real news, everything boating, events that matter. The lake is here. Download the Lake Expo app today.
And we are back, and I am so impressed. Tell you what, Kevin, you are really going for it all. This is nothing compared to that 64-slice pizza he attempted last week.
It's amazing.
Doing okay?
This is so good. Steve, you got to come into Stewart's and just, their breakfasts are phenomenal. They really are.
He's going for it. We had biscuits and gravy. I did the 1, 2, 3. Big shout out to Stewart's. Great breakfast and lunch. And from what I hear, they're making their way down the strip. They're passing H8, so we're probably 5 or 6 minutes away from the live St. Paddy's Day parade. And so, Kev, I'm giving you 5 minutes. I want every plate cleared. We're going to give him 5 minutes, and we'll check back. But now we go to the sky and take a look at the parade, or at least the lineup from top of the strip. And I'm telling you what, people are everywhere. I see Lake TV hats in the building. Can we get some love on the Lake TV hat here? Bryant Rush, Cook Insurance, Butler, Missouri. If you're looking for insurance, there he is. That's our hat model. That's the Will Original, Bryant Rush representing. Hey, that shows Lake TV's reach. They never had heard of Lake of the Ozarks. They lived in Butler, Missouri, and him and his old whippersnapper father, Charles Rush, they stumbled on Lake TV and it changed their life. Now they live at the lake almost year-round and work a couple days a week. It's the Rush family and Cook Insurance, baby. The power of Lake TV. Kev, what do you think?
For the longest time, I'm giving the food just a break here for a moment. But speaking of not knowing the lake, growing up in the Philadelphia area, being in New Jersey specifically, I had never heard of Lake of the Ozarks in my life. So I always, once we were here, like, this is like the greatest secret in America, you know?
And in some senses, it still is still a great kept secret here, Lake of the Ozarks. But Kev, it seems like more people now have heard of, discovered, and if they haven't been, seems like Lake of the Ozarks is on a lot of people's bucket list.
One of the things that obviously helped, and you were a part of that, the show Ozark on Netflix. Now, I always have to tell people, when I say, Lake of the Ozarks, they go, is that where that show Ozark? I go, yes, but just so you know, some things were dramatized, okay?
Yeah.
Just so you know. I mean, yes, it was set here, but.
And what's so crazy is actually where we're standing right now, that patio that's Marty Bird's. What is Marty Bird's used to be a dilapidated old building.
Right.
That was one of our extra castings rooms.
Speaking of Ozarks,
was where we had like 80 extras, and that's the role I got to do, was the director of extras casting.
That's where I met Will, actually, when you were working for with Ozark.
You don't maybe remember back in 2014 at the Lake of the Ozarks Business Convention, Gary Pinkel was the keynote speaker, Jackie Rasmussen with the University of Missouri Extension, and I was looking for a place to sit. I just started at Lake TV doing sales, and sure enough, this energetic guy said, hey, sit here, and we ended up talking about sports. About an hour later, I found out you told me you did radio. I knew who Kevin Hilly was, and that was so cool, how welcoming. And you didn't know me. No one knew Lake TV at that point. And so that was really cool, and all these years later, such a cool deal to look back and say, man, that was nearly 15 years ago, 13 years ago.
It's hard to believe it's been that long, yeah. That's incredible.
Crazy, but the great Kevin Hilly. And while we got a minute as the parade gets closer, I want to congratulate you on your Marconi, you and Aaron, for Hilly and Hart. That is such a huge deal. Talk about what is the Marconi Awards.
In 2023, we were nominated for the first time ever, Hilly and Hart, my co-host on Cat Country, Aaron Hart, for our Marconi. Marconi is the Oscars of radio. That's the best way to describe it. It is the highest, the biggest honor that you can get in radio, and it's a national award. They brought us to New York. We were nominated. I didn't think we were going to win. I mean, whatever. We're sitting around the table, and all of a sudden they said, KATI, Cat Country, Kevin Hilly and Aaron Hart. We were like, oh, my God, we won. We didn't even have a speech ready. We didn't even know. We just went up there and blabbed thank you, and it very emotional. There were a couple people in the audience. Rich Eisen, you know who Rich Eisen is?
Oh, yeah.
He was sitting right next to the owner of our stations, and he said, you know what? He told him, that was the best speech of the night.
That's awesome.
We were just effusive in our
organic.
It was completely organic. Yeah,
Kevin.
So it was an incredible honor.
Aaron, and for you guys, you know, Hilly and Hart, you guys have such a great rapport. You guys were together for so long.
2008, we started together.
And you had a short break, right?
Yeah, it was a company decision. It wasn't mine, but yeah, I went. That's when I went to 101.9 The Wave, and I am still at 101.9 The Wave, except instead of doing mornings there, I do middays, 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. But back in 2022, I said, let's put the band back together, Hilly and Hart, and we did. And it's been a tremendous success. We've been welcomed back. It was like we never left, really.
And
that's
Zimmer,
what listeners say. It's like you guys were never gone.
And Zimmer kind of got a feather in their cap for that one, because then you win the Marconi, and they're like,
probably good. The next year.
That's a good move. That was a good move.
Exactly, yeah.
But congrats, man. I know.
You, man. I appreciate it.
I know and love so many radio personalities. You know, I know Cosmo with
Cosmo's a great guy, yeah.
I grew up listening to him.
Yeah, sure.
Mike Clayton, you know, there's so many great ones here locally, but I've never known a Marconi Award winner, and so that's just such a big deal. I love to share that people may not understand. That is the Oscars of radio.
It really is. Radio is an odd thing. It's a weird business, and I mean, I've been doing it now nearly 50 years. And I wanted to be in radio from the time I was 10 years old. That was what my goal. And I've been very fortunate and very blessed in this business. When a lot of guys, what I will tell you, who are far more talented than I, were just forced to go on to something else because they couldn't afford it or whatever. So I've been very, very blessed in this, and I do recognize that.
Hey, what do I see there, Kev? Is that the police chief?
It is indeed.
Looks like we are about to start the 42nd annual Macadoodle St. Patrick's Day Parade presented by Benny Media. We're live on Lake TV from Stewart's on the Strip. Our coverage presented by our friends at DockWorks, and it is parade time. You see Police Chief James Boren and the Lake Ozark Police Department. Boy, you talk about a department that's blown up since Ozark Law.
Oh, forget it.
I mean, that guy gets more screen time than I get.
If you have not seen that show, you got to check it out. It's amazing. It really is. And what a great local feel. That's the thing. I mean, if you happen to get pulled over, you can perhaps look at the officer and say, hey, I saw you on TV.
Yeah, and what you noticed is just how forgiving and compassionate.
Yeah.
And, you know, they really aren't there. They don't want to take you to jail. They'd really like to make sure people are safe. They want you to have a good time in a responsible manner. But that's one thing I've picked up on watching Ozark Law is I don't know if anywhere else in the country where you're going to see law enforcement, local police, that friendly, that forgiving, and that helpful.
It's a very unique group of people, and obviously, you know, the tragedy at the end of that first season, which we still think about, the bridge renamed for that amazing officer,
Yeah,
the Grand Glades
Felicia
Bridge.
Carson, of
Felicia
course,
Carson,
who
yeah.
passed away tragically, and they did a great job in Ozark law and
Addressing that at
showcasing
the
just
end, yeah.
how that happened and the impact it had on our community, on the Osage Beach Police Department, on Missouri law enforcement, and now the Felicia Carson Memorial Bridge, formerly the Grand Glades Bridge, a constant reminder of her sacrifice, paying the ultimate price. But I think that for Lake of the Ozarks, we're already such a back the blue community. We're uncommon in some ways because we are so blue collar. We are so back the blue. We love law enforcement. We love our military down here. And so that struck a little differently in some of these Missouri towns. When you lose somebody who is an LEO and on the front lines, even if they didn't know Officer Carson, they felt that. And so it shows how close this community truly is.
It's true. I was telling somebody from out of the area recently because they were asking me about Lake of the Ozarks. I said, honestly, I think the best way you can look at it is the Lake of the Ozarks is one big, small town. Yes, it's got the individual towns. It's got Lake Ozark and Osage Beach and Versailles and Camdenton. But it's really, in a lot of ways, one big, small town.
Yeah, absolutely. And everybody seems to know everybody and be willing to lend a hand or help out. Now, as we look at St. Patrick's Day, is not until Tuesday, but also going on around the lake area this morning, they had the Parade by Water on the west side. You have the West Side Pub Crawl. So if you're watching the parade, whether you're here or watching at home, you've got time to go be part of that. The Short Bus Shuffle on the St. Patty's Day Pub Crawl, I know that's real popular. And Kev, honestly, I got to ask, are you surprised with how big this annual event has gotten?
I am in a way. I mean, don't get me wrong. I love St. Patrick's Day. I'm half Irish, half Armenian. People are like, Irish and Armenian, what, your parents meet off the boat or something? I know it's a weird combination. But you look at the excitement for this. And again, I think a big part of it is it's the kickoff to the season here at the lake. It's the thing that all of a sudden it's like, okay, here we go. Let's fire this up.
You get a wonderful look at just how many people are down here for this event. And I understand should be getting close here.
Combined with the weather, I bet you this is going to be biggest ever.
Yeah, I should have wore maybe a lighter.
I was going to say, man, you're decked out for like 40-ish degree weather.
We're going to say I won the Masters.
That's what it is.
Hey, we are live on Lake TV.
Well, I have to help you put it on there.
Your annual St. Patrick's Day parade coverage live on Lake TV. We'll take one more commercial break, and it looks like just moments away from the start of the 2026 Lake of the Ozarks St. Patrick's Day Parade on Lake TV.
Osage River Popcorn, your home at the lake for fresh, gourmet popcorn. But it doesn't stop at just what's in the name. Come see us on Bagnell Dam and Lake Ozark for Stom European chocolate, gelato, and so much more. We've even got a drive-thru with specialty coffee. And yes, our gourmet popcorn is still popped fresh daily. Come on by as a stranger and leave as a friend. With an armful of the sweetest treats at the lake. Osage River Popcorn and Lake Ozark. See you soon!
Nothing is more important for a boat than the dock it calls home. For the dock of your dreams that provides safety for your boat and comfort for you and your family, there's no choice better than DockWorks. With over 30 years of combined experience in dock construction and design, your DockWorks dock will be a custom fit to your needs and desires. New construction, additions, and repairs to buoys, swim stairs, and ramps, nobody knows how to build on this lake like DockWorks. DockWorks, because at the lake, your home doesn't stop at the shoreline. Life truly is all about memories, but more importantly, those we create those memories with. And at Hedges Scott Millard Funeral Homes, our staff focuses on the families we serve.
Maybe you wouldn't necessarily know where to start. Josh showed up from the beginning to the end. He did amazing. I would absolutely recommend him to everybody I know.
At Hedges Scott Millard, we understand it's the little things that make a big difference for the families we serve.
Don't forget to tune in to this month's edition of the Monthly Market Update. I'm Jessica Bruce with the Bruce & Kelly Real Estate Team. This month, we're going to be touring an off-water home located down off Y Road in Lynn Creek, 61 Quiet Meadows. The home features 3 acres, outbuilding, your own personal boat slip, and so much more. I'll also be joined by Mark Cordula, Lake Ozark PD, where he's going to give us an inside look on what it's been like to star on the hit series Ozark Law here at Lake of the Ozarks. All that and more, don't forget to tune in.
A family of 8 fell in love with the lake, and the rest is history. Lake Days Rentals brings one family's passion for fun, comfort, and open waves to you, offering your perfect vacation experience here on the Lake of the Ozarks. Pick your perfect getaway from our homes, condos, and docks for events, large groups, or just for 2. A wide variety of nightly rentals will spoil you for choice. And yes, you can bring your pets. Lake Days. Find your happy place.
Hey, be sure to join us for this week's COMC Community Spotlight Show. COMC has something new. They're starting to do optometry now, right? That's eye care, and they're doing it on wheels. They're going into the community and moving around. And this lady, Dr. McCreary, is the one heading all that up. So we'll talk to her about all of that. So be sure to join us for this week's COMC Community Spotlight Show.
Dealing with fatigue, sleepless nights, and chronic pain? Meet Dr. Beck with 40 years specializing in pain management, clinical nutrition, and board-certified in neuropathy, boasting new techniques to the industry, including a rib adjustment only available at Beck Wellness, new specialty treatments for headaches, frozen shoulders, peripheral neuropathy, plantar fasciitis, and their brand new knee rehab, all while keeping nutrition top of mind. Call or go online today. Your healthier, happier life starts with Beck Wellness Center.
Back here live on Lake TV, it's time for the 32nd annual St. Patrick's Day Parade live on Lake TV. We are live at Stewart's on the Strip. Our parade coverage made possible, presented by DockWorks, and of course our great sponsors, Thomas Construction, Beck Wellness Center, Lindy Spring, Lake of the Ozarks, Hedges Scott Millard Funeral Homes, Lake Days Rentals, Osage River Popcorn, and Central Bank, Lake of the Ozarks. And we got the most beautiful day for a parade. The crowd is at capacity, and as you see, just moments away from the color guard from the 14th Military Police Brigade in Fort Leonard Wood to get us started, Kev.
I highly doubt that when this parade first began in, 84, that they anticipated it was going to grow to this size and this level of excitement, you know?
Yeah, and as you look at David Leatherberry, who is running our wireless camera, he's over there at Marty Bird's giving you a look at the crowd. Unbelievable amount of people here for this. And just to give you an idea, if you haven't ever been down the Lake of the Ozarks for the St. Patrick's Day Parade, go ahead and put this on your calendar.
Oh, yeah.
For that second Saturday in March, sometimes the third, depending on what's closer to St. Patrick's Day.
Right.
But, man, it's the lake season.
If you're new to the lake, you know, it's the beginning of the season. There's really no offs here at the lake anymore. I mean, things are going on all year round, all year long.
Just breathtaking shots as you look at the crowd. Hey, if you're watching on Lake TV, please stop what you're doing, and in the comments below, let us know where you are watching for. We have 2 $25 gift cards to Stewart's up for grabs. We're going to pick randomly following the parade. Hey, we're also going to give away 2 Lake TV Will Original leather engraved caps.
Wow, okay.
Those are valued at $37.99 a piece. We're going to give away 2 of those. All you got to do is comment below. Whether you comment Happy St. Patrick's Day, let us know where you're watching from, but engage with us. We'd love to interact with you. And of course, there's 4 prizes up for grabs. All you got to do is drop a comment down below. We want to know where you're watching the St. Patty's Day Parade from.
And what you're watching on. Roku TV? Are you online? Are you on the Lake Expo
app? And if you are on one of those that doesn't allow commenting, hop over to Facebook, hop over to YouTube, and let us know, hey, I'm watching on Roku, I'm watching on Amazon Fire, I'm watching inside of one of the Lake TV community partners like Bryant Outdoors. You know,
I'm in Illinois, I'm in Nebraska, I'm in California, whatever, you know.
Hey, I already saw more than 3 leprechauns.
Oh, are you serious? I had said at the beginning, I thought the over-under was going to be like 3 for leprechaun. You didn't point him out to me, though.
I see him.
I want to
off in the distance.
Oh, is that
all right?
Are we counting him as a leprechaun?
Here we
with
go.
With the orange beard?
It is the Lake Ozark
Here we
Police Department getting us kicked off. Hey, there's another star, and there is your color guard from the 14th Military Police Brigade from Fort Leonard Wood.
There you go.
Gotta love it, seeing the uniformed men and women.
Thank you guys for your service. That's awesome.
Thank you for your service, indeed, and love it. Hear the crowd absolutely appreciating them for their service, their sacrifice. And another thing is, oh, look, this is going to be something here. We have a United States flag that is just massive.
This is a big flag.
And before that, you'll notice the band. That's the 101st Airborne Division Band, and I see the trombones. We're going to be able to hear them here momentarily. This is great.
I love that we're kicking off the parade with law enforcement and then military, which in many cases are what hold this country and this community together.
Yeah, I love it.
Look at this. Oh, my gosh, yeah.
Hey, is it college football season?
Yeah, I know, exactly.
Absolutely love it again. The 101st Airborne Division Band rocking it to get us started for our 2026 St. Patrick's Day Parade here on Lake TV. I'm William Holtz, joined by the great Kevin Hilly. We're live at Stewart's on the Strip. Our coverage presented by DockWorks. And next, tell you what, that is the Elks Club with their flag. It was going to be weather and wind permitting, and I'm so thankful the weather allowed for us to get this presentation of the colors.
It is getting a little wind, that's for sure, but nothing bad. Look at that flag. Look at that. Oh, my goodness.
USA. Unbelievable. Something invoked inside of you when you see the red, white, and blue, Kev, and no different right here. Absolutely love to see it.
I was telling William a couple of weeks ago when the B-2s first flew over, my gosh, it went right over my house, and you just want to stand there and salute. The feeling is just incredible.
Hey, next up, that's the Lake of the Ozarks Elks Lodge, 25-17. They were with that flag. And next, it's Grand Marshal Rebecca Duell, retired Army Staff Sergeant, who is also a Purple Heart recipient. Rebecca, we thank you for your service, and we're so happy to have you here with us today. That's your Grand Marshal,
there you go.
Rebecca Duell, and unbelievable. You think about what it takes not only to serve, but to make the kind of sacrifice and effort to win a Purple Heart, Kevin.
It's true.
The best of the best.
And, you know, so many of these service people, you got to remember, too, there are families that are doing without them for a while they're stationed wherever they are.
So with Rebecca Duell, we also thank all active military, first responders, police, and their families. Great point, Kev, as you see the Marty O. Friedwald, who's the queen of the parade. Of course, our friends Macadoodles,
there we go.
The title sponsor of the parade itself. Mix 92.7 and Benny Media. Shout out to them. Some great coverage of the state championship games. The Tipton Cardinals.
Encore, and yes, a number of locations are being advertised on that truck.
Yeah, very cool. And of course, Colton Nerum and Jason Vansel had the call for Eugene and Tipton Cardinals. Congratulations to Jason Culpepper and the Tipton Lady Cardinals, back-to-back state champions.
Not easy to do, man. You win one, to get that second one is a tough order.
How about Tipton? Anyone watching from Tipton, Missouri today? Not only the girls basketball team winning back-to-back state championships, but packed in between that, the football team won a state championship.
When you get a school that is good in both basketball and football, man, you want to talk about an embarrassment of wealth, embarrassment of riches.
I'm telling you right now, though, don't look now, but the Osage Indians in the next couple of years, I'm going to make a prediction they get their first ever state championship in school history under Shannon Jolly.
They're due. They're certainly due.
All right, so as we keep it moving, I think that's Honest Abe's. Love to see it. They got the unicorn all decked out in the float. Love it there, Kev.
Honest Abe's has taken care of our house for a couple of years now, and they are tremendous. They really are.
I love that John Deere, like Bobcat or whatever that is. That matches the color. How about
they
that?
color matched it. Yeah, look at that. That's amazing.
Abram Mayo, shout out to owner of Honest Abe's.
Abram, yeah.
They continue to grow here at Lake of the Ozarks, an impressive display. How many vehicles and floats does Honest Abe's have?
I will tell you, we had a plumbing issue a couple of years ago, and it was on Christmas Eve. One of their crew came out, took care of it, and with like maybe 20 minutes notice. It was amazing. And then he left, and then he had to come back and fix something else, and he came back. Christmas Eve we're talking about. Amazing. Honest Abe's.
So that's one of them. And yeah, all these different vehicles. Big shout out to the Lake TV crew. Andrew Evans, our DOP. He's our production manager, chief engineer, jack of all trades. Got us set up this morning, running the show from inside the truck. Also, David Leatherberry giving you those street shots from our wireless ground cam. And if we're up in the air, eyes in the sky, courtesy of Daniel Carnahan. Skyview Photography, the absolute best in the business.
The whole crew here just does a tremendous job.
Not to mention the host location. Stewart's on the strip.
Yeah.
I'm full.
You know, I could probably eat some more, but I won't right now. We're on the air, so.
I'm impressed.
I
Kev.
only stopped because we were going back on camera, that's all.
Yeah, your appetite is deceiving for your little frame.
I'm a skinny little man.
You are. You're not big enough to be putting away food like that. I'm impressed. So as we continue, I believe we're going to have Lake of the Ozarks Corvette Club.
Here we go. There's a lot
They're
of
a mainstay.
A lot of cars in the both Corvette and Jeep clubs. They take a while to go through. You know. You know what's funny too? Corvettes. I mean, when you think about iconic American brands and vehicles, Corvettes have stood the test of time.
Yeah.
I mean, whether you're talking about the early '60s or I remember being in high school, the '70s Corvettes, the Stingrays. Oh my gosh, everybody wanted those. Everybody wanted one of those.
How long
Not that we could afford it, but
how long until we see a Lake of the Ozarks Tesla Club?
Oh, have you ever driven a Tesla?
Okay, so I haven't, but I saw a video. I'm going to give a shout out to Lake of the Ozarks Lifestyle, Jeff Fitzer.
Yeah.
He was in the car the other day and did a live while he was supposed to be driving, but he was working from his laptop and live on Facebook while the car was driving itself. Now that got me thinking.
Yeah.
You talk about the amount of time we spend driving. If you could remove that and be productive and work in the car, I don't know if there is a price that wouldn't be worth it.
It is, they are amazing. My brother-in-law's son has one, and a couple of years ago in New Jersey, I was on the New Jersey Turnpike. I probably drove 20 miles without touching the wheel. And I'm just sitting there and going, this is amazing. This is absolutely amazing.
Do you remember when they started talking about that about 8 or 9 years ago? One day they'll have a smart car that'll drive. And we said, there's no way. There's too many variables. There's too many uncontrollables where that just wouldn't ever happen. Well, here we are.
The one thing it does need, though, from what I understand, it does need to have lines on the road because it uses the lines to determine where it is. So if you're on a backcountry road or whatever, not necessarily.
Good luck and God bless. You might go to Kelly Clarkson or Carrie Underwood, Jesus Take the Wheel
Yeah, Jesus
song,
Take the Wheel, exactly. Right.
Hey, and that's always a good idea. Take it from me, he always comes through. Whether it's behind the wheel of a car or in everyday life, the only way to walk in true peace is to walk with the King
Lord
of
Jesus.
Peace. Amen, brother. That'll preach. Giving you a little gospel here during the Lake of the Ozarks St. Paddy's Day
Hey, Casey
Parade.
Cloak, how are you?
That's not Casey.
Oh, that's not Casey. What the...
Come on around. Come on around.
It's her green clover glasses that threw me.
Yeah, we got friends that we got pictures last year. We got to get pictures again this year. Come get it with the Stewart sign. Kev, get over here.
Yes.
Oh, wait. We're taking pictures here right now, so there you go. Oh,
now we got time.
We almost dropped the phone.
Happy St. Patty's Day, guys.
Happy St. Patrick's Day, you guys.
Who are we talking to again?
Chris Salas.
Chris Salas. Lisa and Chris Salas.
And Lisa Salas, very good.
Great to see you guys, and love the outfits. Absolutely themed to the max.
Oh my gosh, they're wearing Luck of the Irish. I can't even describe it.
Love it. That's Chris
green clovers
and Lisa Salas coming over. Yeah, absolutely love it. We got Daniel Carnahan, eyes in the sky.
And more of the Corvette Club still coming through here.
Yeah, we knew that they never are small. Their group, they show up in bunches and big friends of us. Hey,
now
it's
we
one
got
of
dogs.
my
Here we go.
favorite. This is Ozarks Cat and Canine, Kev.
Yes.
And look, you see their van right here. They're located in Sunrise Beach. This is an unbelievable shelter. and you can check out a new furry friend who's up for adoption every single week on Lake TV, hosted by the beautiful, talented, unique Holtz.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of times Brinley makes it in that segment as well, but we love Mark and the crew over there at Ozarks Cat and Canine. Look, they need help. They need volunteers. They need donations for cat and dog food. They are over capacity, and they need good places to be finding forever homes for these fur babies.
You are never going to experience a love like you will from a dog, especially a rescue dog or cat.
Right.
And oftentimes the question is, who rescued who? I get it.
Right.
I get it.
100%. I always know that I gotta be eerie or leery about somebody if they don't like dogs, Kev. I'm like, well, that might be a tall tale.
That's a deal breaker for a lot of people. It's one of the questions we were asking on the air this week. What's a deal breaker for you? A lot of people said
says more about you than it does the canine, right?
Yeah, it's true.
No disrespect. Hey, we see the advertising van, the mayor of Osage Beach, Michael Harmison, running for re-election. Boy, they have been active under his tenure with new developments. A lot of things going on in the city, and it'll be interesting with this upcoming election on April 7th. He's got 2 challengers. That'll be one we'll be following closely on Lake TV.
I think it is going to be a competitive one this year. So, absolutely.
So we are live at Stewart's on the Strip. It's your 42nd annual Lake of the Ozarks St. Patrick's Day Parade on Lake TV, presented by the good folks at DockWorks. Look, if you're looking to have a new dock add on to your dock, maybe you need some work done, a custom modification, DockWorks, reach out to them, get on the list, because they just wrapped up with Boat Show and they are busy. What a nice surprise. I wasn't sure Emily was going to make it because she had some things she had to do this morning at the office. And so, hey, is that the mayor right there?
That is.
I think that is.
No, the mayor was
right there in the blue. Is that him?
I can't tell. He's not. I can't. Is that him? He's handing out candy if he is.
I believe that is.
He's tossing
the
candy.
Mayor. Well, I saw that he was going to be throwing string cheese. That he was leaving Harvey's and he was going to be throwing string cheese.
Oh, I get it.
Yeah, there's the mouse.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, okay.
First Lady of Osage Beach, Miss Kim Harmison, and she's a sweetheart. I'm a big fan. Kim has been awesome.
It's amazing what they did with Harmony's Cheese Store and more, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
They basically knocked that whole place down and built it up again.
That's right.
So here we go with
Harmony's Cheese Store.
There's the van, speaking of which,
And followed up by, it's sophisticated, it's edgy, it's bold, it's LO Profile Magazine, and the March-April issue is on newsstands all around Missouri now. And guess who the cover model is this issue?
William Holtz.
Sophie Cunningham.
Oh my gosh, have you seen her TV commercials, by the way?
Oh, I love Sophie Cunningham. Through and through, not only a true daughter from Mizzou, but she really rose to fame with the defense of Caitlin Clark. And I loved that when they were playing for the Fever together.
Missy Pinkle with LO Profile Magazine. You want to talk about a woman who loves what she does. Her dedication to this lake is incredible.
And she never compromises on quality.
No, that's for sure.
She always has the most
very glossy
stories.
Very glossy, beautiful publication.
Big fan. Hey, we got music. Smile, it's Sunday. It's praise and worship time.
There you go.
Love to see it. Not sure who this is, but I can get down with this.
There we go. Looking good, sounding good. Now we got Calvary Chapel, Lake of the Ozarks.
I think that is Calvary.
That is them. That's
Calvary Chapel,
Calvary.
Lake
hey guys.
of the Ozarks.
There we go.
Love to see. I love this song too. That's Kingdom Before.
Kingdom Before
Calvary.
Calvary, there you go.
Kingdom Before Calvary. Calvary Chapel, Lake of the Ozarks with the praise and worship. Thank you for being here and blessing us with your gifts. Love a little praise and worship, Kev.
Calvary Chapel is a huge, by the way, national name. My wife and I got married at Calvary Chapel in Philadelphia.
Oh, how cool.
Yeah, so.
Yeah, greatness there. And we look at who's next here. It is still Calvary Chapel. Just an incredible display. How about Calvary Chapel? They rolled out all the stops today. Love to see it.
Speaking of Calvary, our Osage Beach. Can we eat there?
Thank you, guys. That was great.
Our Osage Beach police officer that we mentioned earlier,
Felicia Carson,
was a very active member of Calvary Chapel. That was where
she was special for so many reasons. We see Lake Ozark Daybreak Rotary Club. They do so much for our local communities. Love the local Rotaries. If you're not familiar, they start local, they go state, national, and they focus global on top of that. And they've been part of eradicating polio.
Yeah, it's amazing. It
on
is
a
amazing.
global level. Hey, it is the Bagnell Dam Association of Realtors, and they are supporting LOSA, Lake Ozark Soccer Association. Big shout out to Justin Farrell, Brendan West. That organization is massive. They're expecting over 800 children in LOSA this year.
How about that? That is incredible. Will, I noticed too, I'm seeing groups, organizations in this parade that I've never seen in a parade before.
Yeah,
so
speaking of
it's
Justin
the first time
Farrell,
for a number of them.
That was here, and it's a good point, Kev. We are seeing new entries, the increased participation.
Yeah.
And, I mean, what an opportunity for a local business, a local organization to get their name out there.
And everybody
make an
loves the
impression.
parade. You know? So.
Well, you're not being marketed to, right? If I'm at the parade, I don't feel like you're marketing your services to me.
Right.
I feel like you're throwing koozies and
you're there for
candy
entertainment
and,
purposes.
Yeah,
right.
and entertaining, giving us a laugh. And so it's really a unique environment. And hey, I imagine that the parade goers, they don't mind some of these messages.
No, not at all, not at all. A couple of years ago, one of the parades we did, my grandsons came by, and I didn't even recognize them because I was so focused on this.
Sure. American Legion, post 229.
Out of Lake Ozark.
Coming by, love that. It's
Yep.
Fennell's Dock Service next, you see there in the parade, and they're throwing the gold beads.
There we go. Oh, a little gold, yeah, as opposed to green. So we got green and gold here. Be like, if you're a Green Bay Packers fan, you gotta love that.
Yeah. Cheeseheads.
Cheeseheads, that's right.
It's the live St. Paddy's Day parade. If you're watching on Lake TV, go down in the comments. Let us know where you're watching from. We're going to be giving away 4 different prizes, 2 Lake TV leather etched hats, as well as 2 $25 gift certificates to right here at Stewart's.
Tell us where you're watching
restaurant.
from. Yeah.
Love to know. It's Overland Shade Co., Lake of the Ozarks. They have shades, they've got shutters, they've got blinds. They've got it all. It's Overland Shade Co., and I love the camper, the fifth wheel there. What do you think of that?
Oh, that is way cool. That is way cool.
Yeah, I love the Americana feel. It's all about green, but the one color we're also okay with on St. Paddy's Day is the red, white, and blue.
You know it, man. It looks tremendous. More from Overland Shade Company. They've also got a QR code right on the truck, which is clever. Although not everybody knows how to use the QR code sometimes, but it's for the most part, you point your camera and it'll change before you click. You know.
What's crazy is I remember when QR codes first came out.
Right.
And then they seemed to go away and no one cared about them.
Right.
And now they're everything.
They're all over the place now, yeah.
We love them.
I think probably everybody figured out how to finally use them. That's what it was. Overland Shade Company has quite a presence here. Look at this. Their vans. By the way, if you're looking for shades, blinds, shutters, shop local. Here are guys right here, local company that would love to come into your home and measure and do everything they need to for you, you know? That's what it's all about. Overland Shade Company here at the 42nd annual MacDoodle St. Patrick's Day Parade presented by Benny Media. William Holtz and Kevin Hilly here.
And of course, our live coverage on Lake TV is presented by DockWorks, and we're live at Stewart's on the Strip. We heard from Steve Beck earlier and grandson Thomas. They served us such a good meal. I think I'm coming back tomorrow for breakfast.
I'm telling you, man, it's just such good food. I don't know that honestly we do it justice sitting here eating it, but it is just tremendous.
Hey, how about some love for Steam
Steam
Away?
Away, yep, there you go.
Carpet, upholstery, tile and rugs, residential and commercial, car and boat interiors. It's Steam Away.
Ground Zero Guns. What a great operation they have. I've been in there a couple of times. You want to talk about a knowledgeable crew? They can teach you about safety, the variety of guns. It's a great bunch of people there. And strong Second Amendment folks, too.
DNR Trucking. And you hear them honking and letting everybody hear them.
And, of course, they stop as soon as you see that.
Yeah, I love it. It's just
Here we go.
perfect
Here we go.
timing. see some burnout.
The kids are loving this.
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course they are. Of course you're getting a look from above. Our eyes in the sky. Daniel Carnahan, Sky View Photography. Of course, keep an eye bottom left. Those sponsors there making today's parade coverage possible right here on Lake TV. And I'm telling you what, everybody from every walk of life, every age group, they're down here right now.
Here is Ron's Place in Lake Ozark, and they've got a sign on there, corned beef and cabbage, $5 a plate.
Hey, it's Bryant Rush again. Bryant, I need you real quick. I want to show you guys the hats we're giving away. So look right here. Maybe they'll direct our attention to the set. This is the hat. If you tag in the comment, taking it off your head. If they in the comments below, we're going to give 2 of those away. Let us know where you're watching from. That's Bryant Rush, my buddy, coming in. How are you? Hey, hold on. We better get a picture real quick so I can send it to my little sister. We'll get Kevin in there too.
Yeah.
Kevin, you in there?
There I am.
Awesome. Another photo. That's my man, Bryant Rush. Hey, give some shameless plugs to Cook Insurance. If you're looking for insurance, the best in the business, Brian will get you taken care of. Appreciate it. But that's the hat we're giving away, Kev.
Love that. Well, when you tell us where you're watching from, make sure you tell us what app you're using or whatever. Are you on the Lake Ozark?
It's got to be Facebook or YouTube. But if you do want to hop over and watch it on the other one, feel free. We'd love to hear it as the Ice Hole. Hey, that's a big place down here on the strip.
Yep, and it says, welcome bikers. There you go. Very patriotic display.
Start thinking Bike Fest when you say that.
Yeah, exactly.
It's another event that's just blown up at the lake.
It sure has. First time, again, when we first moved to the lake and I saw all the bikes around, I was like, wow, there's a lot of motorcycles here. I wonder what this is all about. Before I knew anything about Bike Fest.
Hey, it's Chris Wagner from Farmers Insurance, WIA Marine Insurance. Chris and Christy Wagner with the Farmers Insurance, the Wagner Insurance Group. They are awesome, so involved in so many different things, like so many people you'll see in today's parade. But look at those boats they're pulling.
You can't.
Supra.
You can't talk Lake of the Ozarks without talking boats, and we've got some beauties here.
Mastercraft.
Yeah.
And I believe those are from the Performance Group, Performance Marine Sports, or Performance.
And 'tis the season. I mean, we're seeing more and more of them now out in the lake. So we're, as we were saying earlier, St.
Wake
Patrick's
surfing boats are ones that have just blown up the last 5 years, Kev.
Yep, that's for sure. That's for sure.
Hey, it's Sacalaris.
Right.
Your drive starts here. They've got the Avalon.
And loaded up with the beauties, too.
Look at the size of that outboard.
That is quite a...
Well, you're looking at the beauties. I'm like, look at the size of that outboard.
William, there's a little something to admire from the whole thing, okay? Yeah. A little something for everybody.
I love it. I love it. Sticking with Sacalaris. Your drive starts here. And this is Avalon.
Marine, yeah. And there's another big engine on that thing.
I didn't know Sacalaris had a Marine.
Nor did I.
I know Sacalaris has cars.
These Sacalaris, yeah,
but didn't know they had boats. Hey, it's Grand Collision Center, the auto body shop, the right place when you make the wrong turn. Grand Collision Center at Osage Beach off of Industrial Park back there. Bruce and Tammy Meckham, Bruce and Tammy Hecker, they do a great job. They took that over a couple of years ago. And, man, I'm telling you what, they've done some great before and after stuff. If you have a ding, you need some custom work done, go see our friends over at Grand Collision Center, Bruce and Tammy Hecker.
Now we have...
Hey, it's Ruby's Landing River Resort.
Okay.
I only know because I can...
Oh, you said... yeah, you're looking at a little better view than I am there. Yeah, there you go.
Hey, there's a character for you. Yeah, it's Ruby's Landing River Resort. I think they do like a haunted house down there. Yeah, there
nice.
You see the sign for it. The Haunted Maze or Haunted Mansion.
They're tossing beads and candy.
It's the Haunted River Float. I don't know about that.
Oh, nice.
I don't know if I would I would be able to do that. It's like watching Jaws sitting in a wave pool at night. You know, I don't know if I could do it.
That mechanical shark.
Look at this little guy just cruising. Sir, I'm going to need to see a license.
Is he
Gotta
old?
love it.
Is he old enough to do that?
Gotta absolutely love it. Should see our Shriners too. I see the little car and I immediately
Shriners
think,
are going to be here. Yeah.
is that Lake of the Ozarks Shriners Club? No, that's a little guy out here just joyriding. His mom's wondering, where'd he go? We got him. He's here at the parade.
Here we go. Look, yeah, here come.
There they are.
There they are. There they are. Shriners Hospitals.
Yeah, do some great work. The Shriners Club, Children's Hospital. They make it possible for families, young patients who
regardless
may not
of
have
cost.
the ability to pay or insurance. Make sure they can still get that life-saving care. So crucial,
critical,
and we love how they come out and engage and interact with the community.
They love doing that around and around thing. It's like, and I've never seen anything go wrong with it. You know, it's amazing.
Be careful saying that. I know. Because the crowds get bigger, and you always wonder, like, who is approving the guys that are behind these? Because if you put you or I behind the wheel of one of those,
you don't want that.
Disaster strikes 10 times out of 9.
Absolutely, you don't want that.
Hey, we're having a blast here at Stewart's on the Strip. It's your 42nd annual Lake of the Ozarks St. Patrick's Day Parade on Lake TV. I'm William Holtz, and I had the pleasure of being joined this afternoon by my good buddy, Kevin Hilly. And Kev, this parade, we thought it would be great, but let's just say it, it's exceeding all expectations.
It's already past expectations, yeah. It's great, and we still got plenty to go. I'm looking down there as far as we can from our drone shot. There's a lot to go here yet.
We are just getting started, and not sure who this is, but that is one big old truck. Look at David. He's going to get us some sign. That's the Lake of the Ozarks Shrine. Those are the Lake of the Ozarks Shrine ladies.
Oh, so we're still on the Shriners here, in a way.
Yeah, I love it.
Okay.
So now we got the ladies as well as the Shriners. Big shout out to the city of Lake Ozark, Benny Media, the Bagnell Dam Strip Association for organizing and putting on today's parade. It takes a lot of organization. It takes a lot of planning.
It does.
It takes a lot of coordinating as far as making sure the roads are shut down, people not at the parade, how are they still getting around?
And I got to say again, this is a great location. Thank you to Stewart's on the Strip for providing this, because I'm telling you, this is, I think, the best location we've had for a parade yet.
Yeah, we're hoping this will be our regular location. We have plenty of room. We've been able to interact with people coming up, taking photos, saying hi. We've been able to eat great food. I'm going to say it.
Yeah, the food,
great food.
The food sure helped.
Hey, it's Century 21. Chris Greenwood was Century 21. Amanda Greenwood as well with the maroon truck there, trying to give everybody some love. It's Valor or Valio. It's a vet.
Veterinary.
Valio Veterinary.
Yep.
Valio or Valio, but one of the two. Veterinary.
I'm going to say Valio. Not that I'm any authority.
But I love it.
Yeah.
Valio.
Valeo.
Okay, we got 13 options. I'm getting overwhelmed.
We're getting suggestions from the booth. I don't know.
Now I forgot what letter it started with.
V.
We have options, but
I do like the Vallejo though. What's the over-under on that?
Different by intention. You got betting on the mind, Kev.
I do.
Although I can't blame you, because everywhere you turn, you see a FanDuel or a DraftKings ad, and every celebrity and athete's telling you, "Hey, you need to get in the action with me."
Yeah, you got to be careful on there, man. I'm telling you, it's so tempting. It really is. It requires.
I'm going to say
it's
not going to be a good thing long term. There's no way this legalizing sports gambling is going to be a good thing for the average American.
No,
to have it in the palm of your hand, linked to your card at 2, 3, 4 a.m. for Bangladesh table tennis.
That's true. I've seen those. I've seen it. Yeah.
It's wild. So I think we're going to have to follow it these next couple of months. But, hey, in December, the first month it was legal in the state of Missouri, Missourians wagered $542 million.
Right.
Do you want to know how much the state of Missouri saw?
How much?
540,000, less than 1%.
Okay,
was retained.
I thought that was supposed to finance
gambler problems, Gamblers Anonymous, and education.
Yeah.
Interesting, but as we move forward, Teresa Murray running for Camden County Collector. I've written my checks for personal property tax directly to Teresa for years.
Teresa, I hope you don't mind. I say hopefully we're going to get rid of personal property tax.
Would love to see it. Hey, how about Doctor's Landscape?
Okay.
Look at this. You got a little shrub. Is that a golfer?
That is quite a, look at the golfer at the end. They're all kind of.
Listen, I'm just going to say, if you have not been to Doctor's Landscape in Sunrise Beach, it's on the toll road, right, as you get close to Dollar General.
What used to be the toll road.
Yeah, now the bridge road. Free Bridge Road.
We're so used to saying the toll, I know.
They call it a nursery and a garden center, but I'm telling you, the amount of plants and trees and mulch and rocks and yard decor they have there, and if they don't have it, they can get it for you.
Yeah.
Doctor's Landscape, they do a really cool fall festival. Free family fall festival every October. We always go. Nice. We're so close, and just love Doctor's Landscape. Hey, I think it's Lake of the Ozarks Jeep Club.
There we go. Here come the Jeeps. Yes. And again, we saw the Corvettes earlier, and I don't know who has more cars, but I know they rival. One rivals the other.
All right. Hey, so if you're watching on Lake TV, Kevin and I want to find out. Finish this sentence for us, my friends. The best part of Lake of the Ozarks is
blank.
Fill it in for us.
Yeah.
Let us know down in the comments.
One or two words.
Best part of Lake of the Ozarks is blank. And you can use many words as you want. We encourage you to let us know.
And by doing that, you're also going to be in the running.
That's right.
For that we're giving away two $25 certificates to Stewart's on the Strip.
And 2 Lake TV leather laser engraved hats. We call them the real original. I'm wearing one like 6 days a week. I'm almost always wearing that hat.
So yeah, what would you say? Best part of Lake of the Ozarks is
the people.
Just leave a comment. Leave a comment. Yeah.
The people.
There you go. That's true. People make up a whole lot of it. Without the people, there's nobody to appreciate it. You know.
We still have a long parade in front of us here this afternoon. We're live on Lake TV, broadcasting from Stewart's on the Strip. Today's parade on Lake TV is presented by DockWorks. Parade organized and put together by Benny Media and presented by Macadoodles. Also Central Ozarks Medical Center, where your health is their mission. And COMC just took over what used to be Boone Inside Hy-Vee here in Osage Beach, right?
Yes.
And they've got Dr. Paul and Maria Burnaby, who are 2 beloved family practitioners right here at Lake of the Ozarks.
Great to have them so local like this. It's
and
tremendous.
Here's what's crazy. Behavioral, dental, OB, family, they just announced optometry.
How about that? They have really, I'll tell you, in the last 2-3 years, boy, have they come on. It's amazing what they've managed. Here is
Quality Roofing.
Yes.
Look at that cool little ATV, the little side-by-side.
They're pulling that right behind it there, yeah, and some beautiful, I guess you can call it landscaping as well.
It looks
going
awesome.
on with that, yeah. Nice job there.
Man, I can't believe how big those side-by-sides have gotten. You know, those ATVs are massive.
They're big honking things, yeah.
People love them. I mean, everybody. Yeah. A lot of people here at the lake even have one just to drive to their mailbox.
Right.
A lot of retired couples. You know, they're become pretty cool and can do about anything with it.
We're so glad you're along here with us.
Is that a man
today.
purse?
Where are we talking here?
Right, it's like double. I don't know. I see 2 sides. That thing's cool.
Which is sometimes called a merce, by the way.
Merce.
A merce, a man purse. It's a merce.
The merce that can help me hold up my moobs.
Let's not mention moobs right now.
Hey, talk about killing 2 birds with 1 stone.
Yeah.
Oh, we're live.
Amy Snelling.
Yeah, Amy Snelling, local real estate agent right behind the Lake of the Ozarks Jeep Club, and maybe right in the middle of them.
I was going to say, I think
Club.
she's kind of mixed in there with them, yeah. Because we are still rolling through the Jeeps here. I owned a Jeep Liberty a number of years ago, and that was a really fun, actually at least is what I did, but that was a really fun ride. The first day we picked it up, I said to my son, he was a teenager at the time, I said, hey, you want to break this in? He says, what do you mean? I said, let's go find some dirt. And we drove around, did a little crazy driving. He thought it was awesome. They're great cars. They're amazingly fun cars.
It's changed.
Yeah.
But growing up, my dream vehicle was a Grand Jeep Cherokee Laredo.
Oh.
I thought those were just the coolest, most slickest looking vehicles.
Yeah.
You know, but now I'm a Nissan Maxima guy.
Yeah. Well,
it's paid off, and I may never own another car.
You're a husband, you're a dad. It makes sense.
Yeah.
I mean,
well, to be honest, you
things
say
change.
that, and our next family vehicle, we have a Ford Edge, but I'm really wanting a minivan.
Be careful what you wish for.
Well, I drove
I'm just saying,
one of those Pacificas.
I may have to take your man card.
Well, I drove a Pacifica recently. I had rented from the airport.
Yeah.
And I got to tell you, it was the greatest driving experience of my life. It wasn't even to do with the room. It was how it drives and handles. It's like, I got to get me a minivan.
When the kids were little, my wife had a Kia van, white Kia van. And she had that thing for years, and she drove kids around the neighborhood all over the place. It was a very mom-friendly vehicle. It really was.
Sure, you're watching the 42nd Annual Lake of the Ozarks St. Patrick's Day Parade from the historic Bagnell Dam Strip live on Lake TV. We're at Stewart's on the Strip, presented by DockWorks. William Holtz alongside Kevin Hilly, and it is a beautiful, beautiful afternoon. We're over the 60-degree threshold at least.
It's beautiful.
Couldn't ask for a better day.
This is a perfect day for a parade.
See if they'll shoot a ping pong ball over at us. They're going to try to shoot the cameraman.
Right, here we go. No.
Just missed him.
Not enough power in that thing.
She blasted it over his head.
Yeah.
I think she could have taken him out. Yeah, they're shooting the ping pong balls. I'm not sure you want to get in on that. That seems to have some force behind it.
They don't see us. I was going to say, I want to see it.
Story of my life,
Shoot
Kev.
one over here.
Story of my life.
Here it comes. Here it comes. Fire it over here, guys. No. They're ignoring us.
Chevys.
Hey,
you've been to Chevys.
Oh, my gosh, do I love Chevys. They're meat lovers pizza. I'm just going to tell you. Brent Solomon and the gang there.
That's right.
Chevy's meat lovers pizza is fantastic.
And
it's
Chevy's.
It's a thin crust, and it's just, it's beautiful.
Excited to announce this season, Chevy's about to be one of the Lake TV community partners, where you go into Chevy's and you'll see Lake TV on inside 24/7.
Thank you, guys.
Brent Solomon, big supporter of our efforts here at Lake TV, excited to be broadcasting inside there, because that place fills up, man. That's going to be a lot of eyeballs on Lake TV.
It really is. It's great. But I'm just telling you, their
pizza.
They have a lot of things, but their pizza,
I like
meat lovers is
pepperoni,
just the best. Yeah.
bacon, and banana peppers, because they do it right. Where the pepperoni, you remember how it used to curl up and it was right, nice and crispy?
Yes.
They do it right there.
Yeah, they do. Lake Movers. Here's Lake Movers.
Hey, Lake Movers.
Wherever you're moving to or from, they'll take care of you.
Yeah, seriously. Have you ever tried to move yourself?
Oh, it's the worst. Well, and having been in the radio business for, like I said, almost 50 years. I've been in Missouri now for 23 years, thank God. But I've moved plenty in my life. I never want to do it again. It's the worst.
It's one of those jobs that you say, man, moving with a company is expensive until you move yourself and see how you feel the next week, and then you realize it wasn't quite as expensive as you initially thought.
And it is a guaranteed argument between spouses. I'm just telling you. Like, you didn't do this right, you didn't do that, why'd you do it? So hire some big strapping guys to do it for you.
Hey, it's Kayla's Gym. Gotta love it. Jordan, Stephanie Ryder and family. Kayla's Gym in Osage Beach.
There's Squeeze.
Love Squeeze. Of course, we remember the late, great Rendy, who passed away, and the new owners of Squeeze have carried on her legacy. And just an amazing woman, and of course an amazing legacy that's continuing on through Squeeze. They're a juice bar and a health specialist. Go in and see it.
Here come the Cabinetry Pros.
Cabinetry Pros. Lake of the Ozarks for cabinets for your needs around your lake house. Yeah, Cabinetry Pros. This is a good event for them because green is in their logo.
There you go.
So they don't even have to order special shirts and stuff.
They're already ready for St. Patrick's.
Just like our good friends at Central Bank Lake of the Ozarks.
Yeah.
Their logo is a shamrock.
Perfect.
I mean, could there be any holiday that was more Central Bank Lake of the Ozarks? And if you want to get lucky, go bank with our friends at Central Bank Lake of the Ozarks, conveniently located not just around the lake area, but all over the Midwest, so you will have a bank at the palm of your hands anywhere you're at here in the Midwest.
Here come those very recognizable Scott's concrete vehicles.
Huge shout out to Jane and Scotty Martin with Scott's Concrete. Of course, that was Hog Steve Wickham in the front one. He's a mainstay with the crew at Scott's Concrete.
There's a concrete truck. Now, you know why that thing is always spinning, right?
To keep it from curing?
To keep it from solidifying. It's concrete.
Right.
Got to constantly keep it moving. I had that question for my grandson once. I had to explain it. It's a good thing I knew.
Big shout out, Scott's Concrete. They do 2 different nonprofit community partnerships with us for 2 different nonprofits, the Big Brothers, Big Sisters, Lake of the Ozarks with Allison Martin, and then Magic Dragon Trails with Stacy Pirtle and the Community Foundation. Scott's Concrete pays for a year of marketing and advertising that we discount for those nonprofits.
That's tremendous.
So,
That
really
is
cool.
That is community generosity right there.
Yeah, community partnership.
Yep.
If you're interested in a community partnership, Lake TV cuts the package in whole, and then again, we'll cover half of half and ask you to cover a fourth so we can provide that for nonprofits.
That's easy math. Half of half is a quarter. So even I knew that.
Well, I got confused. I'm not willing to bet on that, but I think you're right.
Half of a half, yeah, is a quarter.
So the parade is still ongoing. It's your 42nd annual Lake of the Ozarks St. Paddy's Day Parade from the historic Bagnell Dam Strip. March 14th, a great weekend here around the lake. And when we conclude today's parade, of course, you do know the West Side Pub Crawl going on tonight in Laurie on the west side all over. You get an armband, and then you can hop on the bus and go to any of the locations. Really cool stuff. As we get back to our parade, it's time to get clean, Kev.
All pro cleaning, whether you're talking rentals, construction, commercial, residential, they do it all. And by the way, they were voted best of the lake, which is quite an honor.
So as we look around, that is all pro cleaning. I look down and I see so many iconic businesses here, but one that stands out that's just been here for so long. How about old time photos?
Oh, yeah. Well, man, how long have they been around?
I think since the late 60s, early 70s. Of course, the late, great Don, who owned and started that. His daughter, Mary, and family do a great job. My boy, Luke Hagedorn, living the dream. This guy's everywhere. You know Luke, don't you?
Yep,
Luke of
absolutely.
the Ozarks.
Yep, Luke of the Ozarks. Yes, that's right.
It's his handle on Twitter.
Yeah.
Or X,
makes
I
sense.
should say. Yeah, I'm a big fan of Luke. He's been around the lake area, his family, and so instrumental in the Camdenton community.
We have, yeah. We've got giant, they're not inflatable balls, they're regular balls, bouncing around here too.
Got a little gap action.
Just a little.
Keep them spread out, keep everything safe. But every time I look to my right, there's more people. It's getting busier. It's getting fuller.
This is, I think we are officially at the biggest of the St. Patrick's Parade that we've had. I think so. I mean, I'm not going to say for sure, but boy, oh boy, it sure feels like it. Just in terms of crowd size, maybe in terms of participants as well. I don't know, but I know the weather really helps that. There's no reason not to come out here today. You can't blame the weather, that's for sure, because it's bright and sunny. Have a hat and sunglasses or whatever. No jacket required. That was the old Phil Collins album. No jacket required.
Love it. Yeah, people are dressed in full regalia today. We're seeing leprechauns. We're seeing painted and dyed hair.
RT Construction, here they are.
Yeah, RT Construction. That's a neat float.
Yeah. It almost looks like they could double that as a manger at Christmas time, you know that?
That sounds right, yeah.
Maybe they do, I don't know.
Actually, that's smart, yeah. I mean, just thought, why not roll out the red carpet and build a year-round float that you could put in 3 or 4 parades?
Mix it in a little different here and there, you know, Christmas, St. Patrick's.
Of course, your 42nd annual Lake of the Ozarks Parade. Want to give another shout out to the Grand Marshal, Rebecca Dual, who is a retired Army Staff Sergeant, was a Purple Heart recipient.
Wow.
Really.
That's tremendous.
Really cool stuff.
Yeah.
Hey, making some noise. What do we hear? Hey, just a reminder,
Look at
Make
that
sure
view.
you comment down below. Let us know where you're watching from. And also, I'm interested, if you're watching the Lake of the Ozarks St. Patrick's Day Parade right here on Lake TV, we want your opinion. Fill in the blank. Finish this sentence. The best part of Lake of the Ozarks is... So let us know down in the comments. We got 4 prizes. We're giving away randomly, and all you have to do to enter the giveaway, drop a comment down in the comments. We'll check YouTube, we'll check Facebook, and we'll announce 4 different winners following the parade today.
Main Street asphalt maintenance. That's what we have here.
Give a huge shout out to the Lake TV crew as we see Main Street asphalt. That shot provided by David Leatherberry, who's our ground camera, as always, doing a great job. Andrew Evans in the truck running our studio and communicating back at the studio. Sierra Smith, and of course, Daniel Carnahan. Eyes in the sky with Skyview Photography. Takes a whole effort here. I'm William Holtz, joined by the great Kevin Hilly.
Our drone shots, by the way, are magnificent.
Yeah, Daniel is as good as it gets.
My gosh, it's amazing.
Hey, it's David's Transportation. Never a good idea to drive if you've been drinking, if you've been smoking, if you've got any kind of substance that can alter your mind.
Anything impaired. Yeah.
Never take that chance. And down here at the lake, we have lots of Ubers, taxis, transportation businesses. Think smart, make good decisions, and they definitely help with that.
Rock River Electric Incorporated. And there's another leprechaun.
Hey,
I lost on the leprechaun bet today, by the way, badly. So
it's Nathan Patton running for presiding commissioner in
yeah.
Camden County. Currently a spot held by Ike Skelton.
Right.
He's been in the headlines a lot the last couple of years, and he's yet to file for re-election. So 17 days away, March 31st, the deadline to file for election.
Ike, what you doing, man?
So we'll be following that. There's been a couple other throwing their name in the cap. Dan Owsley on the Democratic side. And then you got Kathy Holstein Campbell, who calls herself a libertarian. And so it'll be interesting, but I'll be following to see if Ike Skelton, the current presiding commissioner, the incumbent.
Who's been there how long now?
I think he's getting ready to come up on 4 years.
Okay. Now we have
Briggs Excavating. That's a great business to be in down here at the lake. Can you imagine?
A lot of places to dig.
A lot of places to dig. And, you know, one we see, of course, Riggs Excavating, great local company. Another one is Ramble. You see them everywhere, clearing out here on 242, clearing out on the west side of the lake. So,
and that's, you know, it's funny, if you've been here for any length of time, there's J-Tunes Entertainment, DJ,
big
music,
shout out to
promotion,
J-Tunes with the green Jeep.
If you've lived here for any length of time, you know, you'll probably drive past somewhere and go, oh, what are they building there? It's a constant question. Oh, look, what are they building there?
COMC, Central Ozarks Medical Center, where your health is their mission, introducing optical. Get ready.
Yeah, how about
COMC as high-quality health care with or without insurance or ability to pay. Check out centralozarks.org to find out more. And hey, it's the best DJ in the state of Missouri. It's Jody Rue. He's the official DJ for Budweiser at Arrowhead Stadium for all Chiefs games.
How about that?
A local guy, Jody Rue. Your favorite Asian, go check him out on social media. He has a massive following on social media.
And what a great gig too, you know, with the Chiefs.
He loves it. He has worked very hard to get that job. Jody Rue, just a diamond down here at Lake of the Ozarks. All positivity. Cool little truck, it looks like, and right behind the truck, it's Lake Days Rentals, one of our sponsors on the parade today. And Lake Days Rentals, your Lake of the Ozarks getaway starts with Lake Days Rentals, with hundreds of nightly rentals to choose from condos, waterfront homes, multifamily homes, some with dock access. If you want a vacation at Lake of the Ozarks, you want Lake Days Rentals, visit lakedays.rentals now and check out their amazing selection of nightly rentals.
They've been doing this a long, long time. They know what they're doing. Lake days.
Yeah, they absolutely have it down to a science, and there's one thing you can trust is you will be well taken care of on your next trip to Lake of the Ozarks when you choose Lake Days Rentals. Speaking of rentals, right behind them, we've got Fabric Rents, Cat Rental. You need to rent a bobcat, Kev?
Have I ever rented a cat?
You need to?
Not right at the moment, but you know what? It's nice to know that
It's
if
nice
I do
to know.
need one.
If we need to rent a bobcat, we've got rental companies here locally that we can rent from.
I've adopted dogs. Is that? It's not quite the same. Pepsi?
Big shout out to our buddy Steve back here taking care of us.
Getting us some beverages and whatnot.
Says, you want a cigar, you want beverage, whatever you need.
Don't
you
ask
can
me
have.
for a cigar, because I will, right?
He said he's got an extra one. He'll
no,
share.
Not right now. I appreciate it.
I couldn't imagine trying to. I can't do cigars. The smell is just too much for me.
Here comes our Trump 2028 flags, banners.
How would that even be possible?
It wouldn't. I think a lot of times it's just to poke the bear, so to speak. It's not. It's not possible.
Interesting. Hey, it is elect Madeline Kincaid for Camden County Auditor. Vote on 3. That's August 3rd. Looks like our Bud girls making their way by the booth. They're probably out of beads at this point in time.
I would think, yeah.
With this capacity crowd. Of course, that is Madeline Kincaid. She says, vote yes on 3, women's health, children's safety. Vote yes. Hey, it is the most active freshman state rep in the history of the state of Missouri.
Jeff
State
Vernetti.
representative for the 123rd District, Jeff Vernetti, running his re-election campaign, and you can catch him on the upcoming monthly market update. The April edition debuts April 4th. And Jeff came on, Representative Vernetti came on and talked with Jessica Bruce. You can find that. Hey, it's the Camden County Republican Central Committee.
There we go. And
flying their Trump
they're flying
flags.
Trump 2024.
Now that seems to make more
that
sense.
Was, yes, exactly.
Sometimes just in the political realm, we can lean to the side of crazy with some of the, for all we know, Trump 2066.
Yeah, oh, that would be Barron Trump.
Barron Trump, yeah. Tall, lengthy guy, isn't he?
Boy, did you see how he grew from his father's first administration? That's amazing.
And if he doesn't have a future in politics with that voice, he might have a future in radio.
He might. He's a good-looking guy, man. I mean, just...
Hey, if we do say so ourselves. Both as married men.
Exactly,
to women, might we add.
I believe I just saw Andy's frozen custard go by.
And then right behind them, it's the Forget-Me-Not Horse Rescue and Sanctuary.
Work they do.
Out there, I believe in Lynn Creek.
Yes.
And it's off A Road. We've been out there. They have a massive aquarium. They do all kinds of programs, holiday with the horses, but they rescue abandoned and neglected horses and ponies. And you don't think about it, but so many people say, hey, I want a horse, I want a pony.
Right. And then they
don't
realize the responsibility and the care it takes. And it breaks your heart when you see the horses that Forget-Me-Not receives.
Also with them, LOZ died. But yeah, Kev, once that happens, what do you do with the horse? I can't take care of it.
No.
In comes Forget-Me-Not Horse Rescue and Sanctuary, and they need volunteers. They need help. So
if you're ever
check
interested,
them out.
Get in touch with them. Yeah, for sure. Okay,
hey, it's Woody's Sports Bar.
Yes.
They always got a
It's another great float. Look at this. It's like a mini bar they've got there, actually.
Yeah, that is Woody's Tavern and Sports Bar from Lake of the Ozarks.
Which is funny. Woody's going right past Roxy's and Alley Cats. Here we go. I want to talk about the competition.
But based on these crowds, I think there's enough drinkers to go around.
Oh, yeah. It's flowing freely, that's for sure.
And up next, Surf Pro. They're into fire and water damage restoration and renovation and cleaning up. Their greatness over there. Surf Pro, you'd hate to be in a position where you need a restoration at your house, you know?
Oh, no, absolutely. If you've ever seen what water damage does, it's bad. It's bad stuff.
And we got another nice size gap here in the parade. We'll remind you to check out all the great content on Lake TV this week on the COMC Community Spotlight Show. We've got the newest optometrist from Central Ozarks Medical Center as our friends Bruce and Tammy Hecker come by. That is Grand Collision Center and Grand Towing in Osage Beach. We saw their float earlier. Pretty cool stuff. Always love when people come over and say hi and interact.
Love that.
You know, I've had a couple people come over and say hi and take photos with me today, but what I've heard more is, wait, you're coming to Hilly from Hilly and Hart?
Yeah.
It's great.
That and a couple bucks will get you a cup of coffee, man. So, okay.
Love it. But, yeah, I'll tell you what, it's greatness.
Oh, Tootsie Roll.
Oh, Tootsie Roll, thank you. Yeah, we got snacks, baby.
Okay, now we're starting
Tootsie Roll.
Now we're starting on the candy. Steve provided the breakfast. Now we got the candy here too.
We've had Osage River popcorn, Stewart's breakfast, and now a Tootsie Roll.
It's a complete day as far as I'm concerned.
I'm gonna need antacid.
I might have some Tums in the car.
Look at these ties, man. I'll tell you what, everyone's so decked out as.
I love how everybody, you want to talk about people having fun. St. Patrick's. Doesn't matter whether you're Irish or not. Everybody, as we said, everybody's Irish. Everybody's wearing green. Everybody's wearing clovers, and it's amazing. Here's
aged toads.
Aged toads. I can tell by the giant toad on the back of the float. Nothing gets past me.
We still have a long parade ahead. It's back at
Camden on the Lake.
Pizza Hut. All the way up, so don't go anywhere. Probably going to be our longest parade ever here on Lake TV, and we're here for it. Kevin Hilly to my right. I'm William Holtz, and we're live from Stewart's on the Strip. It's your 42nd annual Lake of the Ozarks St. Patty's Day Parade. And if you're just joining us, hey, please comment down below. Let us know where you're watching from.
There's Loto, Mate. They went by. They're cruising
Maintenance
through
and
there.
construction.
Thank you. Okay.
Yeah, after waiting in the gap, they were like, hey, let's get this show on the road.
Put pedal to the metal here, yeah. No, as William was saying, if you're watching, obviously you are watching, leave a comment. Where are you? What are you watching on? Say Happy St. Patrick's Day, whatever, because you will then be in the running for a $25 Stewart's on the Strip gift certificate. We're giving away 2 of them, along with those Lake of the Ozarks, Lake TV leather hats, right?
That's right.
Yeah.
So 4 prizes. All you got to do is comment. Tell us where you're watching from, or hey, finish this sentence. The best part about the Lake of the Ozarks is blank. So we see mobile fades. Spot it, post it, tag it, win it. Haircuts and beard trims. Pretty cool. Looks like mobile fades.
Fades inside. What, are they actually giving haircuts while they're riding? I don't know.
This guy's trying to get one. He's chasing them down.
He's running.
I need a fade. Help me out.
I was trimming up my beard a little bit this morning, and I needed the back of my neckline cut. My wife did it for me. She shaved it down. She said because I had a little rat's tail going there,
Love it. All right, want to give a shout out to Lindy Spring, Lake of the Ozarks, the official water and water treatment of Lake TV. They wish you a happy St. Patrick's Day from your friends at Lindy Spring, Lake of the Ozarks. And while we got a minute, give us some love to Beck Wellness Center. They specialize in chiropractic treatment and chronic pain management, including neuropathy. Beck Wellness Center in Sunrise Beach. And if you mention Lake TV and William Holtz, they'll give you your initial consultation, including x-rays, for just $75.
How about that?
Dr. Mark Beck and Beck Wellness Center in Sunrise Beach. They got me straightened up, and I'm telling you what, go in and see them. They'll get you on a plan and take care of you and take advantage of that sale, right? You mentioned Lake TV or William Holtz. They're going to give you $75 consultation and x-rays.
That's tremendous.
Also, our friends at Hedges Scott Millard Funeral Homes, where they honor the small things in life that make a big difference. Where every day is a gift at Hedges Scott Millard Funeral Homes, they take time to enjoy it. Hedges Scott Millard Funeral Homes wishes you and yours a happy St. Patrick's Day.
And it's funny, Hedges and the gang there, they help people who are going through some of the worst times of their life. You think about it. You need a depth hand to do that.
And what's crazy is they don't share this, but for every funeral that people have hired them to do, they've done one out of pocket normally as well. They take care of people all over the state of Missouri in tragic situations who may not have those things.
Yeah.
Never a
no
second
cost,
thought
wow.
for Reed Millard, Jeff Hilke, Marty, and the crew. They're just amazing.
They're a great bunch of
Hedges,
people.
Scott,
Yeah.
Millard Funeral Homes. And they're big in your market, too, up there, right? Millard Family Chapels is
yes, they are.
same family in Jeff City, Columbia, Moberly area. Hey, who do we got here? It looks like we've got...
I was gonna say, but I only work in Jeff. I live at the lake. Wow.
Hey, it's the submarine veterans.
Wow.
Amazing. These are our heroes who were in submarines. You imagine, you see those videos, right, Kev? But I can't imagine how intimidating that must be. All those feet down under the sea.
Can you imagine?
In a metal tin, essentially.
And if you're claustrophobic, I would think that is not the occupation to have. Yeah.
Hey, it's Magic Dragon Trails Bicycle Skills Park. Stay tuned. This is going to continue to grow. This park over here at the YMCA. They're now working with the city of Osage Beach, the Katy Trail. It is going to be crazy to see that continue to grow.
That is great. Look at these guys. This is
looks like our public administrator. Teresa Lapardis, and
okay.
Lapardis something.
Hauling. Lapardis hauling. Hauling, there we go. And they are hauling right now, by the way. So.
Hauling something, you see that. Commercial Street King, reigning supreme and stress-free. I don't know if that's the Ducks name or what.
It could very well be. But if you want to find out, it's 280-6933. So.
280-6933. They switched off. I couldn't read it.
Here we go. It's on the back of the vehicle. It is Coffee's on Us.
Stop drunk driving. Didn't get a chance to.
I don't know if those two go together. Coffee's on Us, Stop drunk driving. I'm not sure. They certainly seem like they would go together. Okay, here's Straight Flush Plumbing.
The man on the can. Steve's hilarious. Have you ever seen his vans?
Yeah.
That show the guy sitting on the pot?
There, yes, on the door, but it looks like he's the driver.
And actually, that was Steve on the pot.
There you go.
No, I'm kidding.
Hey, listen. No, Steve, no judgment, man.
Steve, it was a riot from Straight Flush.
That's a great campaign, though.
Plumbing, and as we continue today's coverage of the 42nd Annual Lake of the Ozarks St. Paddy's Day Parade. Today's parade organized and presented by Benny Media. Their title sponsor, it is Macadoodle's 42nd Annual Lake of the Ozarks St. Paddy's Day Parade here at Lake TV. Big shout out to Stewart's on the Strip, our host location. Our coverage presented by DockWorks, and of course we've already visited with Steve Beck, the owner here at Stewart's. Fed us, we got to eat great. We also talked with Emily Hood from DockWorks, and of course we also got to visit with our buddy Matthew from Thomas Construction. Been a great day, and I understand there's festivities all around Lake of the Ozarks the rest of today.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, it's Saturday, and obviously St. Patrick's Day is on Tuesday, so I'm sure there's going to be plenty of partying to one degree or another going on Tuesday, but you can't beat a sunny Saturday.
And are you a corned beef and cabbage kind of guy?
I'm really not. Actually, you want to hear something funny? I've got a good friend in Ireland, and I've had him on the air with me a few times, and the first time I ever mentioned corned beef and cabbage, he says, "Corned beef and what?" I got corned beef and cabbage. He goes, "We don't eat that."
so that's not even a real.
No, it's not an Irish. But it's traditional Irish here now. So, but he goes, "Nah, we don't eat that."
I never was a corned beef guy.
I don't like cabbage, and corned beef is So
I got to give a shout out to High Steaks Smokehouse. Okay. They're a butcher shop and meat shop here in Osage Beach.
Yes.
And I'll tell you what, their corned beef I had last St. Paddy's Day.
Yes.
unbelievable.
Okay, well, at the risk of asking you a question you don't know, what is corned beef exactly? It's the beef
that's been corned.
That's so cheap. That is one.
Well, you have uncorned beef and corned beef.
How
and
does
it's
one,
the kind that got
how
corned.
does one corn beef?
I don't know. It's
Okay,
the
there you go.
corniest type of meat in the bunch.
I was gonna say.
Hey, real quick, Jake Vogel,
Jake Vogel,
running
there you
for
go.
your state
Yes.
Senate seat. He's one of many, but great big signs here in the parade. Jake Vogel running for the Missouri State Senate, campaigning.
There's the Wright Roofing Company as well.
Yeah, the Wright Roofing Company. They got some bikes behind them. Those are some cool bikes.
Yes, they are actually. For a second, I almost thought it was going to be more Shriners vehicles there, but no. We're past the Shriners, by the way.
Yeah, a big shout out to all businesses here on the Strip who set up and welcome the spectators. It's just a cool sight as you see all these people make their way down. And if you had to guess, I would say they've probably hit last year's total and then some.
Yeah. And you know what? Actually, who this is really great for, honestly, the businesses along the Strip here. Because I guarantee you, every single one of them is getting, people patronize them. So, which I love. People going in, having a drink, getting something to eat, sitting there. You got to love this if you're a business on the Strip.
Absolutely, as we
High
see.
Tech.
Yeah, they're great.
So friends at High Tech Auto Towing.
They took good care of us a couple of times last season when our production van broke down on the way to a live high school football game. Kind of need that production truck.
You know, it's funny, whenever you're out, I mean, that's those distinctive yellow trucks. You know them everywhere.
Hey, Bombay Boat Rentals. Visit all of our destinations for fun at the Lake Village Marine Boathouse, Casablanca, Bombay Boat Rentals, Casa Grotto, the Brick Family. Don't forget the Brick House. That is a great place.
Here comes the party boat. Well, not the boat itself yet, but
Parrot
the
Tiki.
Parrot Tiki, yeah. And here comes the boat, actually.
The lake's only tiki party boat, parrottiki.com. And there is the Aqua Tiki.
Wow.
The Tiki boat.
That is cool.
Never seen that. How about it?
That's a new one for me, too. That screams party. It really does.
Yeah, something tells me you'll see a lot of them this summer on social media. People love when they see something like that.
You know, there's if you
that's another brick house business.
There you go. If you're a company coming from out of the area and maybe you want to really introduce them to the lake and do something, I had a buddy of mine from England visited actually for the second time last year, although he had never been to the lake. So we took celebration cruises, and he thought it was tremendous. It was just, he and another friend of his that he brought, and we just had the greatest time. There was so much here to do for people visiting for the first time.
Central Missouri Foster Care and Adoption Association.
CMFCAA, as we say.
Yeah, so needed.
Yeah.
Great organization. Next up, it's our favorite music venue. It's the Ozarks Amphitheater.
Woo-hoo!
Joe is driving, and Dallas is on the back. Dallas, a new addition the last couple of years, really becoming a mainstay there.
Mary Kay Von
Amphitheater.
Brendel and
Mary Kay Von Brendel, just been incredible. The director of operations now the last 10 years since the revival of that
the
venue.
names that they are bringing in, top current names. It's amazing.
Yeah, it's pretty spectacular where they've grown to as you get a look at some of our, they're all dressed. That's Ozarks Amphitheater.
It's more from Ozarks Amp, yeah.
Yeah, you love to see it.
Now, Tom just moved on to a new venue, so he's kind of bringing his magic to them. But it's a talented group. It really is.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, if you go out to a show there, there's really not a better summer evening opportunity off water than underneath the sun setting and the stars when it makes its way to night. Gets dark, you see the stars, you can see the moon, and just beautiful, beautiful venue.
And you know how they say about places, well, there isn't a bad seat in the house. There really isn't. There truly isn't at Ozarks Amphitheater. Every seat there is fine.
You're right, and if you want an opportunity to get tickets before they go on sale, you don't want to pay scalpers for inflated prices and you want those retail prices,
right,
you need to sign up for the Ozarks Amp Fan Club.
Yeah.
You'll get exclusive offers and you'll get inboxed the code to buy tickets the day before they go on sale to ensure you get those retail prices instead of the resale, which you'll see. Tickets for these big shows will sell out in minutes.
Yes.
Then the resellers put them back on Ticketmaster for 3, 4, 5 times. If you don't want to find yourself in that situation, you need to become part of the Ozarks Amps Fan Club.
I'll tell you something real fast interesting about Ozarks Amphitheater. A few years ago, when they were just starting back, they were getting like a lot of tribute bands and things like that.
Hold on just one second. We got to give a shout out to Kelly Sport. That is my sister-in-law, Monique Phillips, and my niece and nephew, Zedin and Ariana Bates up there. Z-Man and Ariana, the best of the best. Kelly Sport is having some family fun here at Lake of the Ozarks. Kevin getting some more fan love. It's funny because you can't see you on radio, but everyone when they see you, they seem to know you're Kevin Hill.
And there's usually a little shock there, but that's okay.
But you radio guys never look like I would expect you to sound.
That's par for the course, man. But no, so I'll tell you real fast about the Ozarks Amp. When they first started a few years ago, they were only getting like sort of some tribute bands and things like that. And when they finally got Alabama in there, they said that's what suddenly opened the floodgates, and everybody else wanted to come in. Alabama kind of gave them cred, street cred, you know? And Mary Kay was telling me that story. It's amazing.
I was at that
Alabama?
show, 6,300 was a record at the time, and I had never seen that venue with that many people, and now you'll see this season in the likes of 8,000-9,000 people.
You got guys like John Mulaney, is it? Comedian John Mulaney. I mean,
Weird Al Yankovic.
Yeah, top names, man.
Whiskey Myers coming back. I mean, they've got a huge lineup. It's MSCI Marine Service Company, Inc. out of Camdenton. They got the beautiful Regal. Those cruisers, man, I know that those are sweet, but what I love are the fact that they're still making them. Everyone wants a center console now. I still love those cruisers
vessels,
with the cabin underneath. You got a bedroom. I mean, that's the way to go.
Some of them are incredibly glamorous underneath. You could seriously live in the thing.
Our buddy Bob Thomas over here. Did you ever get to go to the Shootout Hall of Fame dinner when it was at the Lighthouse?
I never have, no.
That guy, Bob Thomas, he owns, it's called the Lighthouse in Laurie, really Sunrise Beach, past Premier Advantage Marine.
Right.
We had the Hall of Fame induction there a couple of years. It's just a big man cave. This huge room he's built with Lake of the Ozarks, nostalgic memorabilia, paintings, photos, DJ room. He's got the only cable raising and lower bed that comes out of the ceiling in a castle. He's got.
Oh my gosh!
I'd love to take you there sometime.
I'd like to see that.
But he's over there waving. Bob Thomas is the nicest guy at Lake of the Ozarks, and he's the hardest working guy because he's done all the work there at the Lighthouse basically by himself. There's nothing he can't do.
It's a lot of work.
Yeah. He is the man. There's no doubt about it as we continue our coverage on Lake TV of the 42nd annual Macadoodles Lake of the Ozarks St. Patrick's Day Parade. We're right here from the historic Bagnell Dam Strip. But, of course, Kevin and I, we're live at Stewart's on the Strip. Stewart's restaurant.
Which I love this location. This is
open
just so
for
great.
breakfast, lunch, 7 days a week.
We've already sampled some of that fare a little earlier. Oh, my gosh. Steve brought out some of that, a ginormous pancake. And the biscuits and gravy. And
if you weren't such an accomplished Marconi award-winning, multifaceted radio personality, Kev, I would say you got a future in the competitive eating. You shocked me with the pizza you ate last week.
Yeah.
Seriously, if they wouldn't have taken the plate, you would have finished that too.
It's possible.
Yeah, we can eat. That's something about the people in media. We can eat, can't we?
They used to call me in high school the bottomless pit. They, so.
My family calls me a handful of names. May not be appropriate for today's broadcast on air, but the garbage disposal is one of those.
I know him. I know the garbage disposal, yeah.
It's one of your alter egos, isn't it?
He commented on my pizza effort. He says, "Hey, it's a good try." You know, I said, "Okay, well, you're a professional."
You're talking about the actual garbage
disposal. The actual guy,
yeah.
He's the cousin of Jason Jones. Yeah, we all know Jason, yeah.
And that's how I got turned on to him. But, man, he's legit. Yeah. He has a huge following.
He does, I know, yeah.
Hey, real quick, I want to give a shout-out to someone that has a huge following here at the lake, iMotor Mike. He's a wave runner content creator, has over 1 million followers on YouTube. You got to go check him out. Everything he does is here at Lake of the Ozarks, riding around on wave runners. But iMotor Mike, Michael Galloway, he is unbelievable and doesn't get enough love, but he's pretty spectacular. And Evan Dornan, another one who's coming on and doing some great content. So want to give him some love and a shout out as well. Hey, these guys just got done fishing.
How about?
Looks like. I heard something inappropriate. He said truck boobs.
That's what
I'm pretty sure
like he said that.
I was hoping she ran off. That's Thomas's significant other. It's going to get me a squeeze, but she saw I was trying and ran. As we continue our coverage of the annual St. Paddy's Day Parade here on Lake TV. Getting closer here, the parade is back. Now it's made its way past Big O Tires and JJ Twigs, so we're getting closer. Probably about 10-15 minutes remaining in today's parade. We're so glad you've joined us on Lake TV as we broadcast live from the historic Bagnell Dam Strip at Stewart's.
Oh, yeah.
On the Strip. It's an amazing kickoff to the season, and before you know it, there will be hot summer nights, there will be boating events, there will be massive fundraisers.
The season here at the Lake of the Ozarks is like none of. Oh, that's what I was going to say earlier. You know, here we are on the Strip, Bagnell Dam Strip. I'm trying to think elsewhere around the country where there is anything like this. I know there are places that are similar, like in terms of the Strip, but this is really a unique spot.
Yeah, you're not kidding. And to top it all off, the iconic Stewart's sign, which you saw at Ozark.
Yeah.
You know, they shot some scenes actually at the original Stewart's.
B-roll, as they call it, right?
Yes, yes, sir. You got to be careful. You're going to turn into a TV and film expert after all, Kev.
Hardly. Here comes Jimmy Laughlin.
He's the current auditor in Camden County, the incumbent-elect Jimmy Laughlin, making changes. That Camden County auditor-elect Jimmy Laughlin. That's that float. And then you see a truck as well. Just enjoying the beautiful day as you enjoy the sights.
A lot of people have their kids out here. A lot of kids, which why not, right?
Yeah, I love it.
It's funny, some people will walk with the parade. They'll pick a spot and they'll just kind of walk with them. Sometimes they know the float or whatever, but they'll just kind of walk with them the entire parade route.
How about Wonderland Camp?
Oh, yeah.
Check out wonderlandcamp.org, celebrating 50 years, and they're looking for volunteers and coordinators as they get ready for the summer camp season. Check out Wonderland Camp. A good friend of ours, Mike Clayton.
Mike Clayton, he is a publicity director?
He's the director of fund development.
That's it, yes.
But he might as well be the PR director, marketing coordinator.
He's been supporting Wonderland Camp for years. Mike's a good guy.
Yeah, he is one of the best of the best. Long-time career in radio, you know, with Benny Media, and now he's transitioned into his nonprofit work.
He's proof that there is life after radio.
Yeah, no doubt, and just he's beloved down here, as you know. There's nothing that Mike hasn't been involved in, event he hasn't emceed, and very, very genuine Mike Clayton, big fan. Tell you what, I love the radio guys. For being a TV guy, I sure love radio.
Well, you were on the radio with me more than a couple of times.
Yeah, and started with Mike Bissell and Benny Media way back when. Wrote for the Leader Statesman, so I've been around, but I'm going to stick to the TV gig, even though you always tell me I got the face for radio.
Full disclosure, I never told William that.
But all you radio guys, that is the saying you often go to.
That's what they say. You know, it's funny. People who never see me before, they'll come up. Oh, you're Kevin Hilly. I go, yeah. Oh, you look different than what I imagined, which is usually code for, oh, I didn't expect a short, bald guy. But
hey, real quick, it's Lake of the Ozarks Stop Human Trafficking Coalition. Such important work they do, and if you don't think that it's happening here at Lake of the Ozarks?
Very much here.
You'd be surprised. It is. It's a very real issue, and they could use extra volunteers.
We got Cub Scouts here. Cub Scout Pack 21. Good job, guys.
Speaking of Scouts, did you see that John Hayes, who's like 15 or 16, was one of the first ever to complete every one of the Boy Scouts missions?
You mean the badges?
Yes.
Or the, wow.
I don't know, it was like 271 or something.
Wow.
But there's less than like 190 that have ever done it nationwide.
That is quite
John Hayes from right here at Lake of the Ozarks did that.
That is quite an honor. Congratulations, John.
Hey, it's Lake Ride Pros. They got some stylish vehicles. You imagine getting picked up with your buddies for a night on the town in one of those?
You got something going on. Maybe you got a bridal shower. Maybe you got a bachelor party, whatever it might be. They specialize in that kind of thing. They really do. And you know what? You imbibe as much as you want while you're wherever you are. Don't have to worry about driving home.
And here's the way you want to look at it that I love is it's not a cheap service to have transportation until you realize you got 20 people and you can split the cost and know, look, we're all getting where we're going.
Right.
Pick us up at our Airbnb. Pick us up at Camden on the Lake or Margaritaville or the Lodge of Four Seasons, right? And then get us back here at the end of the night.
Yep.
Nothing to worry about. If you're going to hit the lake and have a great time, make plans
easy peasy
to drive smart, drive sober. And if you're not, don't drive, right?
That's exactly right. Let folks like Ride Pros, Lake Ride Pros do their thing. But one of their vehicles.
Did you guys catch anything?
No.
No, I think the parade scared all the fish.
The correct answer is yes, a cold. One of the Lake Ride Pro vehicles, by the way, looks like a paddy wagon. It's pretty amazing.
Yeah, how about this? This is like a limo bus.
Wow.
Are you kidding me?
Where do you park that
And
sucker?
the guy
That's what I
driving
wanna
it's
know.
like 3 or 4. So that must be one of those Tesla vehicles that drives itself, Kev.
Look at that. It must be, no, he's right there.
Lake Ride Pros. Yeah, I want to see a license for that guy. That or please tell me that's a Tesla-powered Lake Ride Pro. All joking aside.
That's a massive vehicle.
That's what you love about the lake business community. It's family friendly. You know, everyone's got their kids and everyone brings their family, and it's kind of expected. We're like that at Lake TV. You saw Brindley on the broadcast earlier. So family friendly, and even though there's bars and people are having a cocktail and enjoying a good time, they're doing it responsibly.
No, that's exactly right. It's just a great community. It really is. And again, sometimes you don't know that necessarily if, like, say you're a second homeowner and you come down here from time to time, but if you live here, it's really obvious.
Look at this, Hillbilly Hydration, the mobile medical clinic, and disaster relief. Revival IV Hydration in the van. How about that? I had not seen them yet.
Hillbilly Hydration.
Speaking of hydration, they're getting nice and hydrated here.
Yes, they are. Yes, they are. I'm seeing all kinds of beverages moving in front of us, adult and otherwise. Here comes.
Hey,
Big Thunder Marie. Yeah.
Got to give some love to Big Thunder. Fred Ross, of course, and the Missouri
Water Federation. Yeah.
Water Federation. I'm not sure what that is, but looks legit and official.
Looks legit.
Who am I to question it, right? Hey, no, these guys are out of control. When it comes to real estate, you deserve the best. Swift & Co. Real Estate. And I'm going to say there's no one at Lake of the Ozarks who's having as much fun as the Swift & Co. Real Estate team. Out of control.
They are.
Hey, I want to give a shout out, too, because you see in the back right there, that's Brant Morrison, the longtime celebrity bartender from Shady Gators, just made the switch into real estate, and he's joined the Swift & Co. team, which they're not normally about the male realtors.
Right.
It's Swift and 600
they
blonde
got those gorgeous,
realtors.
you see the billboards out there.
Right, and now you've got Brant Morrison coming over, so a change of pace for the Swift & Co. team. As my buddy Adam over here. What's up, buddy?
It's not like one of these things is not like the other.
Right.
You know,
yeah, one of these things is not like the other. Hey, I see a duck, Kev.
Okay, that's got to be then.
Now
that looks like Howard the Duck.
Now
remember Howard the Duck?
That's quacktastic. You know what movie that line's from?
That's Howard the Duck? I don't know.
Billy Madison?
Oh, see, one of those I've never
seen. Billy, You've passed the 3rd grade. Well, that's quacktastic. He's drawing the duck.
That is one of 2 Adam Sandler movies I've never seen. That or Happy Gilmore.
Oh, well, you're not living, Kev.
I know.
You are literally not living.
My co-host Erin, who can quote every line from every movie ever made. She says, "You've never seen that?" I said, "I know."
How about Capital City? Give them some love. CapitalClub.com. Still rocking our Lake of the Ozarks St. Patrick's Day Parade. It's Macadoodle's
42nd
St. Patrick's
annual.
Day Parade. Yeah, hard to believe. 42 years.
I know, it's amazing.
Neither of us has been around that long.
Yeah.
But we can imagine what that first one was like, Kev.
1984. I was getting ready to go to Natchez, Mississippi. Spent some time there in radio.
How many years you been in radio, Kev?
Nearly 50. 40, actually 46 if you count, really. 46.
You started young, buddy.
1980. My first professional gig.
Bates Asphalt.
All right, there you go.
They're all decked out. Got the crew out in green. Love to see it.
Horn works. Try the lights.
Yeah, you're not kidding. Beep, beep.
Here comes some more Bates vehicles. Bates Asphalt.
See if we can get Bates Asphalt to come lay some asphalt in our neighborhood over our gravel for us.
Yeah. I live on the back of a gravel road, end of gravel road. That's why we never get kids on Halloween. Nobody wants to go back there, you know?
Yeah, I've learned their horns work.
Yeah. Yeah. Here comes some more. Let's hear it. There it is. Did you ever do that thing when you were a kid, you're driving and you do this to do the pump?
We do it now.
Yeah.
Brindley loves it.
Yeah.
We do it. We'll slow down on the highway when we're going around them. And you know what's great is when truck drivers see a kid doing that, they're tickled because it doesn't happen often anymore.
They love it. I know.
So yeah, our daughter Brindley, she loves that. My wife is always encouraging her to get them to honk. Hey, it's pizza time.
There's Papo's.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, just amazing pie. They're opening stores on every corner in America.
They're in Alabama. I mean, you know.
And
there's
Chris
a brand new one
Galloway.
in Camdenton. It's fantastic, by the way. If you haven't been in there, go.
Yeah, Chris Galloway, the CEO, founder of Papo's Pizzeria and Pub. Just an amazing human, and they do it right with Papo's. They love their communities they're in. They give back, and another thing they do, Kev, they invest in their management team and staff. And on top of that, they bake what I'd say is probably the best chocolate chip cookie on the planet.
Yeah, those cookies are phenomenal. Those chocolate cookies, forget it. Here comes Ozark Horizons Cleaning Services. Nice little float there.
Yeah, they did a nice job.
Very colorful. Pressure washing and...
Hey, this one's world famous.
Ohana
Resort.
Excuse me, yeah.
And this is the one that Blue Cat Lodge from Ozark was themed after, right? Because the writer, Bill Du Bois, worked at Ohana Resort in high school and college. And so when he came back, that's kind of what he built the Blue Cat Lodge around, was Ohana. And so a lot of ties there with that Ozark series we were talking about earlier. And they've also got the Bigfoot boat rentals. Lake of the Ozarks, BigfootBoatRentals.com. If you're coming to hit Lake of the Ozarks, you're going to want to rent a boat if you don't have one. But first, go on to the Missouri Water Patrol and get certified. Get that boating safety course.
That's the way to do it, man.
Doesn't take a long time. It's not super challenging, but incredibly insightful. And a couple of small tips could be the difference between life and death when boating on Lake of the Ozarks. We remind you to drive safe, boat safe all season long. This reminder brought to you by Price & Randall Injury Attorneys.
Missouri Mentor. They do a very important work.
It's like big brothers, big sisters.
Yes.
They're looking for people to come alongside and mentor young people.
And it's
so needed.
It's actually easier than you think. You don't have to be an expert, quote unquote. You just need to be willing to give your time for a young person and to be a friend. And it's amazing what that can accomplish.
Yeah. Love the organizations that are out there making a difference. Is National Mill Dog Rescue.
Yep.
Their float. You know, I'm a sucker for any of the dog and cat organizations, Kev.
Yeah.
You know, love our furry friends.
That's one of the things I really, I'm a part of it.
Royalty
Canine Spa.
How about a spa? Yeah, I mean.
For canines, hey, listen, dogs need a day of beauty, you know?
Hey, it's the #1 bank in Missouri. voted top 10 in the United States of America by Forbes. It's Central Bank Lake of the Ozarks.
There you go.
They're everywhere, located in towns around you. They make it really easy. Their new mobile app makes banking from the palm of your hand a breeze 24/7. Love the folks at Central Bank Lake of the Ozarks, and you talk about a company who loves the lake community.
That's true. And, it's funny. Obviously, Lake of the Ozarks, Central Lake of the Ozarks is a local, but they have an incredible state presence, too. You can go just about anywhere in the state and still be able to access Central Bank.
That's what I love.
Yeah.
And other states as well. The Central Trust Company has banks everywhere, and they're all part of the same network, and, makes it tough to choose anyone else with that convenience and ease. Central Bank Lake of the Ozarks, and next it's Purcell
Tire.
Yeah, we love tires, right? And those things, they got so expensive the last 10 years, like everything else. I went to go put shoes on my car recently, new boots, right?
Right.
Boy, they've gone up in price.
Yeah, that's unfortunately the case.
Yeah, it's like everything else, expenses just continue to go up. But luckily, we live in a place where you can work hard and chase whatever it is you want to. And so even if prices do go up, you still have the opportunity to go make more money.
It's true. LO Volt Electronics.
And Helton.
Going by right now.
Electric
and Helton
as well. Yeah, LO Volt Electronics and Helton Electric behind them. Wishing you a happy St. Patrick's Day as we are getting close. We're so thankful. Just about 2 or 3 minutes left here on Lake TV's coverage of the St. Patrick's Day Parade here on the historic Bagnell Dam Strip. Our parade coverage is presented by DockWorks, #1 dock builder at Lake of the Ozarks. And we're live from Stewart's on the Strip. Of course, today's parade is Macadoodles, St. Patty's Day Parade, organized and put on by the great folks at Benny Media and the Bagnell Dam Strip Association. As we look at our last few floats at Stark Caverns, and they have a furry friend as well. Love to see all the docks, Kev.
We are getting close to the end. We're going to see Santa at the end. Oh, that's the other parade.
That's
Sorry.
the other parade. And next up, it's Soul Waters.
Yeah.
Soul Waters, family-owned, locally operated. Soul Waters.
By the way, as we were saying earlier, make sure you leave a comment wherever you're watching on. Tell us where you're watching from. Give us a hey and a happy St. Patrick's Day or whatever, and you will get yourself in the running for a $25 certificate to Stewart's on the Strip. We're giving away 2 of those. We're also giving away a Lake TV leather hat.
That's right, as Miller County Ambulance District makes their way over. We've got just a couple more floats. Again, huge shout out to Steve Beck and the crew here at Stewart's. Not only did they play a great host, but man, it was great breakfast.
Oh, love it.
We got to enjoy. Remember, Stewart's, they're in Greenview, they're in Camdenton, they're right here on the historic Bagnell Dam Strip, open 7 days a week for breakfast and lunch until 2 o'clock. Coming soon to Lori, we found out today.
Oh, how about that? I love that. And just check out their menu if you want ahead of time. Go online. You're going to see some delicious food. But more than anything, you got to stop in and sample them. They're just delicious.
Of course, DockWorks, we talked with Emily Hood, our presenting sponsor, our friends with Thomas Construction. Had Matthew on, and I'll tell you what, just a great day for the annual St. Patrick's Day Parade. We're here at Stewart's, Kevin and I, just enjoying ourselves as we look at the last couple of floats. I think we got the Lake Ozark Fire District still yet, and of course, we'll be signing off, but what a beautiful day it's been. And before we go, don't forget, you have to comment down below to become eligible to win one of our 4 prizes: 2 leather engraved Lake TV hats, 2 $25 gift cards. All you gotta do is comment. Let us know where you're watching from.
Yeah.
You can critique Kevin and I. Maybe we're talking too much. You could also finish this sentence: the best thing about Lake of the Ozarks is blank.
All right, love to hear from
what
you.
would you say? What would be your answer, Kev?
You know, I say I don't want to steal your answer because you said the people earlier. I would say the individual communities acting as one.
Yeah, always coming together for the same common goal. That's a great answer. now as we give one more shout out to our crew making today possible. Sierra Smith back at the studio. David Leatherberry running the wireless camera here in the street and on the sidewalk. Of course, Daniel Carnahan with Skyview Photography, our eyes in the sky. And the man, the myth, the legend, Andrew Evans getting us all set up, running everything you see on screen. And I'm William Holtz, having the pleasure of bringing you today's parade with my buddy Kevin Hilly. And Kev, overall, I'd say it was a successful day.
I had so much fun with you today, man, and we will do many more, of course.
As we now take our final look over top, as you see Lake Ozark PD, the Fire Protection District, and an amazing day from the historic Bagnell Dam Strip. Signing off for Lake TV's coverage presented by DockWorks from Stewart's on the Strip. Have a great weekend and a happy St. Patrick's Day upcoming.